Welcome to Cal Jones Field, where tonight, on a homecoming night for the Spartans, we have two undefeated teams entering their first league game for the Imperial Valley League IVL opener for both teams. The Spartans, 6-0, are the hosts, and the visiting Imperial Tigers. It's a matchup tonight, and it's a heck of an opening league game. Two teams, as I said, 6-0 coming in. And the team with the most hype right now that are going on strong are the visitors, who, as I said, they are ranked number 13 in San Diego. Now, this ranking in San Diego is for all the schools, divisions 1 through 5, so it's one clump. Imperial sitting at number 13, whereas the Spartans are number 23. So on paper, this is a matchup for the ages for this season. This is it. As I said, Imperial comes in 6-0. Starting league play. Imperial, throughout the season, so far at 6-0, they've outscored their opponents 291 to 116. That's an average of a 48 to 19 margin of 48 to 19 scores of games. That's the average game. Their overall, now this is an important stat, something that I checked out today, and it has something to do with the analytics when they're posting teams in playoffs. The overall record for the opponents of Imperial is 11-21. Their toughest opponent was the opening game, August 22nd versus Serrano out of the southern section. They were currently 4-1. On the flip side, Centro, they're actually 5-0 on the field, 5-0. They had a forfeit versus Coachella. But in those 5 games, they have scored 185 points. They've given up 76. That averages out to a 37-15 ball game. That's on average. The overall record of their opponents is 13-16. So both squads, even though they're 6-0, the record right now, their overall record of their opponents is something that you might want to be looking down the road for to see what happens. So anyhow, that being said, tonight's game, opening league game for both teams, it's an important game. And here's the deal. Whoever loses is going to have to hope that somebody can knock them off. And who would that somebody be? The new league standing. I mean, the new league right now, you have Rubio and Brawley sitting at 1-0 on top. And you have Calexico, you have Centro and Imperial. So each team plays only 4 league games. The league will be ending on Halloween night, 10/31. This is homecoming night. I don't know what happened here, but there seems to be something going on with the benches as we are approaching. This is a big game. The one factor that could happen tonight, that could be going on, is right now the weather is not ideal. We have a strong wind coming in from the west. It is blowing west. If you can see our cameras, when the camera look at the flags. The flag girls are out there, and the wind is just rolling, rolling, rolling. That being said, as the wind is going behind your back, if you're heading to the east end of the field, the wind's behind your back. Heading west will be a challenge for throwing the football. But here's the deal. Speaking to David Shaw, head coach, he says that on offensively, they're trying to be balanced. They're going to try to be balanced, and here's our national anthem.
breaking away at the 50. He's gone. One guy to beat. He turns it into the 30, 20, 10 touchdown Imperial.
Ansley is gonna. Oh!
What number do you hear?
Josh Garcia. It's over. It's over. There was a flag thrown, not sure on who. Both teams coming onto the field. On the west end, there was maybe a few words exchanged. This is high octane right now. Energy is running high. As I said, it's October 3rd. It is the first game of the league for both teams. Both teams coming in strong. 6-0 both sides as I was speaking. The key to tonight's game, speaking with David Shaw tonight. David Shaw on offense, they just have to keep doing what they're doing, and why not? They've scored over 291 points. They've scored 49 points 3 times this season. That is amazing. And the other ball games, 61 points last week, 56 versus Fallbrook. But 49 points versus a very good Serrano football team out of the southern section. As I said, that was their closest game, 49-35 versus an opponent that's now 4-1. On the flip side, Centro, same thing. Good on offense, 185 points, as I said, for the season. 76, giving up 76 points. Back to the keys for Imperial. If Imperial can move the ball, be balanced, throw and run, that's key. Most teams would like to be balanced. On the defensive side, defense coordinator Victor Cruz says just keep everything in front of you. They know that Central has a strong run game. They're trying to limit that. But as I said, the wind will be a factor if you're heading into the west end of the field. On the Central side, their goal is to try to slow down this Imperial offense. As I said, they have quite a bit of points put up. One thing they want to do is limit the time of possession of Imperial. Limit the time, maybe eat up the clock with their run game. Right now we're getting the coin toss from Nate Binkins. So Imperial will receive the ball. As we said, Imperial won the coin toss. I believe they are going to receive. A little bit awkward here right now, folks. I'll tell you why right now. My partner, Will Torrez, is somewhere in Brawley, California at the Hall of Fame dinner at BUHS. So he'll be coming pretty soon. Till then, I will be flying solo. As we said, this is a big game. Teeing it up already for the Spartans will be, I believe that's number 32, Samuel Lopez. There was a flag thrown, as I said, in the warm-ups, but I'm not sure if they marked it off or if there was just a warning, some type of warning. We'll get you the deep returners as soon as they hit the field. Looks like number 2, Darren Wessel, 4. That's the sophomore sensation running back. And number 4, that is Mario Gaxiola, a senior. So here it is, folks. It's about to wind up. It's about to go down. And here's the assessment. If you're watching the field, it must have been on Imperial. That's a 15-yarder, and they will be kicking. Central will be kicking from the Imperial Tiger 45-yard line. Not much to do now. And my question would be, would you try to onside this? So here come the Spartans. Most likely a unsportsmanlike conduct And the wind is wreaking havoc here. It's blowing down our monitors and whatnot, but let's see what the Spartans could do. The holder, they may have to hold the ball. That's how windy it is. And as you can see, the Spartans now will have a holder on the ball. That is number 17, Ryan Gonzalez, a senior. Marking off his steps is Samuel Lopez. He's getting to wind it up. We're getting to rock and roll right now. Right now, this is the game of the year. Let's see what happens. Throw all the numbers out, and here's a kickoff, and it's a nice little squibber. It's Gacciola. He fumbles it at the 11. He's going to try the left side. He's going to cut up, and he's nice second special teams play. Great special teams play, and that was one thing last week about Spartans that helped them out in the La Quinta game. Their special teams were on fire. They were hustling. They were making plays. So that minimizes the return, which looked like it was going to be something big. Gacciola thought he had something to the outside. Now Imperial takes over at the 15-yard line. They are going to be led by a sophomore quarterback, Santonio Urina. As we spoke, number 2 is Darren Wesso. We'll go over the starting lineup as we speak. 1st and 10. Ball now at the 15. They give us to Wesso. Wesso's trying the left side. Nothing doing. Gains a good amount of yards, 4 hard yards. A couple of Spartans on that tackle. Number 52, Isaiah Aguirre. 2nd down and 4. We're going to say 2nd down and 5. A good 5-yard run right up to the left side. There are 2 players out that I've noticed aren't here tonight for the Spartans. That is number 35, and I believe he was on the captain of the coin toss. Ryan Smith is out, along with number 66, Isaac Garcia. 2 big losses for them on the defensive line. Wesso again trying the middle. Wesso is going to work his way up, maybe for a gain of 2. It'll be a 3rd down and 2. Again, number 52 looks like he was hustling over there. That's Isaiah Aguirre. The first 3rd down. This is the first possession of the game. 10:53 remaining. 3rd and 1. And here come the Tigers. Trips to the right. The wide side of the field is the right side. Urina with Wesso in the backfield. And we have Gacciola, number 4, for some reason flinched, and that's enough to draw the illegal procedure. So now, instead of a 3rd and 1, now you're looking at a 3rd and 6. So, changes the play calling definitely. Tigers will stay in the formation which they came out on. That's trips to the right. That's 3 receivers on one side. Single back is Wesso. Urina rolling. Urina's looking for Gacciola. He cut back. He does catch the ball, and it's enough for a 1st down on a comeback route. That's enough for a 1st down, so a good play there. Rolled out Urina as a sophomore with a good play there to keep the possession alive. So 1st and 10 now. Ball is at the 25-yard line. First pass of the game, didn't look like it was affected by the wind. Trips to the left for Urina. Single receiver to the right. They give us to Wesso. Wesso, he looking to the right side. Wesso cuts back. Wesso trucks over would-be tackler, but Wesso gains 11. So now 9:50 remaining. It's another 1st down, 2nd 1st down of this series. Here's the thing about Central, the games that I've covered that we've seen, Central has come out and started fast and gone ahead, jumped out to leads and protected the leads. Right now it's a little bit different story as Imperial has the ball for the first. Wesso again. Wesso to the left side. Wesso. And that's Liziola. Liziola along with number 50. That is, I don't have a name for number 50 of Central. But Liziola, the linebacker, who also is your Wildcat back, which is the lone back in the power set of the Spartans. He is a senior. He is a leader. 2nd down and 6. And Urina is looking for Gacciola. And was there any Not enough contact to warrant a flag, but a good play by number 12 of the Spartans, and that is Francisco Torrez. Good play on both sides. Good defensive coverage and a great attempt by Gaxiola, and a good throw. Now, if you're paying attention with this wind, whatever quarterback is throwing east with the wind behind you, you have to gauge it. You have to see what arm strength. Do I take some off or do I put more in it? It is going to be tricky. I wish we had how much wind is. MPHs, here we go. Oh! Oh! That was a deflected pass into the arms of Emiliano Morales. I did not see the kid who deflected the pass, but you could hear it up here. Was that a volleyball play? That was something else. So number one big play happens right now. I'm looking for this replay. The kid who knocked it up. And here's the deal, man. I want to know the number. We will get it right now. But it was a deflection. You heard it all the way up here in the stands. But a great play and a great defensive play. We'll get the kid's name, the number. But here's the deal. If you cannot, your defensive lineman or linebacker putting pressure on the quarterback, if you cannot sack him, you can't get to him. Football 101, get your arms up, and that's what the kid did. Set to kick is Malachi Rodriguez. The first score is scored by a defense. Nobody would think of that, and it's right down the middle. So with 8:49 remaining in the first quarter, after a defensive deflect and pick six, we have the Spartans 7, Imperial Tigers 0. Hey. 8:49 remaining. After one possession, after 2 first downs, the Tigers were moving the ball well. They tried a pass to the left side of Urena, and we did not get to see the number. I'm sorry about not getting the kid's number who deflected it. But it was a defensive touchdown, well played. And here's a squib kick. Smart play, and it's muffed. And it's going to fall down at the 28-yard line. So smart move of these line drives on the ground or squib. You cannot get nothing up in the air. The wind will take the ball. So not bad field position for the Tigers. They will start at their 28-yard line. First and 10, 8:47 remaining, second possession of the game for the Tigers. The Spartans have not had a possession. If you just joined us, it was a deflected pass at the line of scrimmage into the hands of Emiliano Morales, who runs it in. First and 10 for the Tigers to give us to Wessel. Wessel goes up the middle, and then he hits and bangs it up to the left. Works hard for maybe 4 yards. 4-yard gain, second down and 6. The ball now at the 32-yard line. That offensive line for the Tigers, at your left tackle, you have number 77, Ezra Favela. He is a senior. You have left guard, Gillian Rosales, number 50. He is a senior. Center is Jordan Malik, number 62. He is a senior. Fake to Wessel. Keeper. And that's what makes the Central defense tough. It's not just one kid brings somebody down. Initial guy there, Christopher Alvarez, was there on the stop. As we said, Jordan Malik is their center. He is a senior. Your right guard is Roosevelt Bell, number 66. He is a sophomore. And your right tackle is Maceo Robledo, number 55, a senior. We'll get back to the starting lineup. Third down and 7. Urena's rolling left. Urena sets up. He shoots it right. And it's complete to 6'5" Gio Robles. So that is the advantage of having a kid with that physical attribute. 6'5", you just throw it up there. Hey, man, make a play. Robles just did. First and 10 for the Tigers. The ball now at the 44-yard line. The Tigers have proven, if you're scoring all these points, you know you can move the football. The job of the Central defense is to limit their success on every play. Trips to the right side is the wide side. They're looking for Robles, and that one thrown behind Robles. Defending on the play was number 19, Daniel Lara. So Urena is pretty glad to get that one ball back, and that could be playing tricks. The wind can be playing tricks. Whether it's a high pass, low pass, the wind will move it around. 7:09 remaining, second down and 10. Trips to the right. The give is no, it's a fake, it's a slant, and it's off the chest of Robles. Gio Robles had an opening. It was a quick slant. Good throw by Urena, incomplete. Stops the clock now, third down and 10 from the 44. We're at the 7-minute mark. We've had 5 minutes of the game. We have not seen the Spartan offense. Third and 10. Can the defense hold them here and force a punt? Trips to the right. They've been in this formation most of the night so far. Second possession, as I said, Urena's looking. He steps up. Plenty of time. He's wide open. Good play by T.J. Reese. Is that play coming back? T.J. Reese was wide open, caught it. And not only that, Urena composed in the pocket, had plenty of time. And we saw this last week in the La Quinta game where they gave the quarterback plenty of time to throw. Let's get the call. So, holding call, it is a spot foul, so no matter what, it's from where the penalty occurred. So now the Tigers find themselves at the 35-yard line at the 6:58 mark. Urena, who's looking good on his plays, and here's a give to Wessel. Wessel on the left side. Wessel is gonna get the first down, or he may be short. Did I see a flag? Okay, this might be a hold. The game was about an 8-yard gain, another holding play. So two back-to-back holding calls off of good plays. So spot foul. We're going to mark it off from the 30-yard line to the 40. That's a big offensive line for the Tigers. As I said, they start 4 seniors. They have 1 sophomore. Your other starters are number 18, who just made a play at wide receiver, T.J. Trey. They call him T.J. Reese. Urena, the quarterback. The give is to Wessel. Wessel up the middle. Why not? Wessel works his way up. They're going to mark it at the 35. He gets 5 yards back. Second down and 15. Let's go over that starting lineup. As I said, T.J. Reese, number 18, is a wide receiver. Anthony Hellum, another sophomore, number 1. You've seen Gio Robles, number 3, the senior, and you've seen number 4, Mario Gaxiola, the senior. We'll get to your lineups for the Spartans. There's been a couple of injuries on the defensive line for the Spartans. But here we go with trips to the right, 6:10 remaining. Urena, he's looking down the left side. He's got Robles, and it's a catch. Robles lays out, and a beautifully thrown ball all the way to the 4-yard line. It was a good play, man, and I'm telling you, it was good coverage by number 19, Lara. It's just you have a 6'5" guy. The quarterback put the ball right on the spot that he needed to be. Good play, good effort on both sides. Ball at the 4-yard line. It is 1st and goal. They're moving Wessel over to the left side. The give is to Wessel. No, it's not. It's a slant to Robles, and that's another touch slant. So the slant was open on one play, dropped it. This time, Urena to Robles for a touchdown. Here we go with the nice slant. It's body position. You can't do much when a 6'5" guy has position on you. Set to hold for the Tigers is Urina. Set to kick is number 26. That's Lucas Mora. And the snap from TJ Reese is good. The hold is good. The kick is good. And now we have a 7-7 tie with 5:33 remaining in the first quarter. And we'll be right back. Back to action. So far, so good. The matchup is living up to it with 5:33 remaining. We've yet to see the Spartan offense. We're about to get a chance to see it. It's a deep kick, and it's going into the end zone. So a good deep kick by number 26, Lucas Mora. So the Spartans are coming out, and here comes the reserves. You'll hear what I mean right now. You understand what I'm talking about once things get going here. .533 remaining. We have a 7-7 tie. First possession, first play offensively for the Spartans. You have number 6 at quarterback. That is Luis Jimenez, a senior. And we already have, is this an equipment situation? So I'm not too sure why Emiliano Morales is going out, but however, there is an equipment issue. So player comes off, Morales off, in comes number 10, Ernesto Vargas. So as I said, Jimenez back there with number 3, that is Fidel Camarena. Number 3 is your setback. You have trips to the left. We'll go over these numbers. As I said, there's been injuries on both sides of the ball for Central. Jimenez gets to Camarena. Camarena bounces it out to the right side. Camarena's making some moves. Things are getting dangerous out here. Thank God Will Torrez showed up.
Ronnie, great.
Sounding good. What's up?
Ronnie, just good to be here. Good to be back. Excuse us, but I was listening to you, Ron, and it looks like penalties might be hurting Imperial a little bit.
Well, they did on one drive, but they made up for it with a nice drive, and they got in despite 2 back-to-back holding penalties. Jimenez now back to Camarena. Camarena trying up the middle.
Now, as I was watching the game driving up here, Ron, I noticed that there was a penalty on Imperial side. Hey, look, if they come into the and they want to take over this house, that's what they want to do. That's the attitude Imperial has right now. And you know what? A little excited right now because it's a great game.
So far, yes, it is. On that tackle was number 20, Jacob Lee.
So Imperial they have to keep gang tackling like that. I mean, look at it.
But it was a short distance for the first down. It's 1st and 10 now. Ball at the 32. This is the power set. The first time Imperial's watching it, seeing it. And here we go. Liziola works his way up to 5 yards. Talking to Victor Cruz earlier, defensive coordinator, Will, I was asking him, what's the story with the power set? And he goes, it's basic. You know, everybody's trying to slow it down. And the best thing is to try to limit their yardage every time they run the ball.
Well, they go to that tight formation, foot to foot, and then You know, we saw it last week, Ron.
Yeah.
It was they were able to get 5+ yards, 4+ yards on that.
It was effective. And here comes Liziola now. He's working the left side now. Big bundle of meat in the middle there. You have, that looks like number 62 of the Spartans. That's Jordan Malik. Starting defensive line, Jordan Malik, number 62, a senior. Levi Mincher, a senior. He's number 52. Number 71, Noah Larios, number 71. These are the D linemen in their 3-4 defense that have to be whatever strategy the Tigers have. These are the guys that need to execute it. So right now, instead of a 3-man line, it looks like they have 5 guys at the line of scrimmage. Liziola trying the left side. Liziola trying to turn the corner. Liziola at the 50. He's at the 40. He gets knocked out of bounds by Gaxiola and Kenny Tirado.
Let's watch a replay on that. There was a key block on that, and that was enabled Liziola to get around the corner.
And the good thing about Liziola right now, noticing this will be our 3rd game watching him, he's patient. He waits. Where are the blocks? If it's not there, he's learning how to bounce it out or taking it straight up. 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Spartans on the move now at the Tiger 40-yard line.
So as Ronnie alluded to, it's from your left to your right. The wind is blowing out of the west straight. I mean, I say straight down there.
I was wanting the miles per hour on this gust. Here's Camarena, and Camarena holds his balance. And just like Liziola, the middle shut down. These guys are able to bounce it out. It's not designed to hit the outside, but these running backs have their eyes up and they're following the blocks. 2nd down and 6 after a gain of 4. The ball is now at, let's say, the 36 of Imperial.
Well, Ron, you talked about that defensive front line for the Imperial Tigers. Who would want to run up the middle when you got some elite wrestlers up there? You got
Larios. Check out Larios just sitting there,
Noah,
standing there. Jimenez, good save on the bad snap, and Camarena. And we have a penalty. Not sure what happened there.
I don't know, unless they call it on number 5 right there. Is that, it came from the white hat. So, but it does look like it's going to be against the Spartans.
So a spot foul, will that take away the 1st down? For sure it does, on a good effort by Camarena, who's done well on this drive. 2:26 remaining.
Now, Ron, have the Spartans been able to, early in the game, run up the middle at all when they were
This is their first possession.
Oh, this is their first possession right here. Okay. Oh, because they scored on an interception. Yeah.
I was going a little bit crazy talking to myself.
I was thinking about you, though, Ron.
So here we go. Trips to the right. Morale is in motion to give us a Camarena, and now the defense stands up. 71, Larios right on cue. Larios is in there.
No, Larios is letting him know he's going to get in that backfield. Not just right now, but he's going to get in there a couple more times. He's just an athlete. Phenomenal wrestler, state wrestler. Traveled around in the wrestling world and at a young age, too.
That's great. He's experienced things, very big things. Interesting substitution. 5 Tigers went out, 5 Tigers came in. So now what do we have? We have a 3rd down and 10. No, I'm sorry, 2nd down and 18. Camarena up the middle. Camarena is going to get a big chunk back, but nice tackling, hard tackling. There's 2 Tigers I want to get a number on. One is number 15 and one is 24.
That's Daniel Acala. Now, Danny Acala, that's the kind of hitting that Centro was laying on La Quinta last week.
And Jarrell Washington Walker, man, that was some hard hitting there. So 4th down and 13. And here's an interesting deal. You're wondering, why would the Spartans go for it right now? Well, what do you think a punt would do for you?
Yeah.
I mean, how are you going to kind of keep it low? You could control a kickoff, but a punt? Well, let's see what the Spartans have up their sleeve. It's 4th down and 13. Jimenez is back. Trips to the right. They may call a timeout. The Spartans are going to call a timeout. So with 50 seconds remaining, we have the Spartans 7, Imperial Tigers 7.
So with that said, Ron Rubio, Will Torrez will be right back after this.
This summer, I'm saving. Are you? Despite the summer heat, there's no better time to save energy and money while keeping cool. IID offers several programs to help you save, including at least $1,500 in free energy-saving measures, rebates on energy-efficient appliances, $50 for recycling your old refrigerator, and a new free refrigerator for qualified customers, and more. At home, save by setting your thermostat at 78 or higher and using fans. This summer, I'm saving. Are you? For more tips and program information, visit us online.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
Back to Cal Jones Field with 50 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Spartans just burned a timeout. 50 seconds remaining. And they still have their offense out. 4th and 13, trips to the right for Jimenez. The ball is in the middle of the field. Jimenez, he's looking left. He's trying to set up the screen. That's number 9. That is
Josh Garcia.
Josh Garcia. But
it's not going to be enough yardage. And you're right, Ron. Well, I mean, if they would have punted into the wind be blowing at approximately 25, 22 to 23 miles an hour right now. Just to gain less than 15 yards, might as well try to go for it.
When you take a shot, maybe that run breaks. And it's not too bad. The ball's at the 35-yard line.
I'd like to take a moment and thank Imperial Valley Healthcare District, founded in 2023, dedicated to expanding access and improving healthcare for Imperial County. The Naylor crew, top-notch barber, somewhere in the stands right now. Big Chris taking care of the shop.
Checking out Isaiah Naylor and David Naylor, both are Tigers on this football team. Urena, he's looking. Urena shoots it right. He's looking for Gacciola. On the coverage, Jesus Cesesna. Gacciola. I walked up next to Gacciola and I asked the kid, how much have you grown over from last season? I mean, he has sprouted, man. Looking good out there is number 4, Mario Gacciola.
Ronnie, when you talked to David Shaw, he told you he wanted to run a balanced offense. Yes. The thing about his balanced offense, he has so many athletes on both sides of the ball, and that's what makes it. I mean, he's able to pass and he's able to run because, it starts with that big line.
And here comes Wessel. Wessel trying the middle. He has to bounce it out to the right. Wessel gets around, knocked out by number 10. That is Cesena.
Well, I'll tell you what, Wessel has impressed us since he was a freshman last year, and then to start at the varsity level this year. Just good wheels. He's just got that head on his shoulders he knows where to cut. Imperial Valley Fairgrounds celebrates local culture and agriculture, hosting the annual California Midwinter Fair starting this year in around February, March.
3rd down and 2. But it looks like we're going to have a timeout by the Tigers.
With the 3rd down, Tigers call a timeout. Imperial Irrigation, your local public water and energy source. Intercare, improving the health and wellness of our community. The Dom Team for business, real estate, and farmland. The Dom Team is your real estate company. Havens Landscaping, for all your landscaping material needs, visit them on East Main Street. Reach Medical Response Service, congratulations to Donald Wharton, class of 2025 Hall of Fame in Brawley. Ojeda Industries, Tony and Patricia Ojeda, wishing everybody a safe football season as they start the league this year. Imperial Flying Service, proud supporter of our U.S. military and Imperial Tigers volleyball team. El Centro Police Department. Had the opportunity to go down and on Wednesday, Ron, and visit some of El Centro's finest down there at Starbucks. Just a good showing from El Centro PD. I'd like to thank all the lieutenants there, Messick, Thompson, everybody there. They've been so good to VSN. We appreciate that very much.
32 seconds remaining. 3rd down and 10 for I'm sorry, 3rd down and 2 for the Tigers. Wessel in the backfield to give us to Wessel. Wessel's trying the left side. He has room. He has a first down. He's going to fall forward to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10. 29 seconds remaining. Will the Tigers run another play?
Well, you know, going with the wind, I would think they would want to run at least one more play if they're going with the wind.
Exactly. But will they? Here we go. Trips to the left. Urina's going to take a shot. He's looking for Gachella. He's got a step on number 10 on Cesena. So that's the deal. Urina has proven he could throw the ball. Did the wind take that from him? And that's the deal. You have to learn how you're going to stroke this ball tonight.
Well, the bad thing about that, with 4.5 seconds, the bad thing about that, Ron, is that with the first quarter ending on them, they're not going to be able to start it until maybe the second half because they'll be going against the wind.
For sure.
And then he has to adapt it now against the wind. So you got to get that timing down. It'll happen. It's just a matter of when.
So 2nd down and 10, 4.5 seconds remaining. Trips to the left for Urina. Urina gives to Wessel. Wessel looks to the middle and nothing doing. Liziola, but the first man on contact is number 8 of the Spartan. That's Christopher Alvarez, who's made a couple of stops tonight.
So excellent ball game tonight. Gonna be back right now as we into the first quarter. Valley Sports Network will be back after this.
At Pioneer Memorial Hospital, we've been caring for our community for decades.
And at our Central Regional, we're committed to bringing specialized care closer to home.
Together, we're building a stronger healthcare network for every family in Imperial Valley.
Because when it comes to your health, we are all on the same team.
Imperial Valley Healthcare District, one team, healthier tomorrow.
As we get back to live action at Cal Jones Field, nothing less than spectacular things. The anticipation of this game all over Imperial Valley. This was the league matchup a lot of people were waiting for. Coach Shaw and his Imperial Tigers against Coach Rookie Peña and Central Spartans. Showdown at Cal Jones Field.
Start of the second quarter. And the Tigers are looking at a 3rd down and 12 now going into the wind. Let's see what the play calls like, and they're going to shoot right at it. Urina with a nice pass to Wessel, but there's a flag. Is it going to come back? Wessel takes it all the way to the 20.
And now, if we can get a replay, I'll show you right where that flag's at right now. Take a look at number 50. I don't think I have the number out, but see, you see that lineman now.
4. I think they're going to get number 4.
See 5-5 down there? 5-5
So you think
down
that's
there.
what it is?
Yeah, you're going to have illegible man downfield. And here we have the word from Mr. Nate Beaton, it's tonight's white hat.
Well, there you go.
An eligible man downfield. First penalty, illegal man downfield, brought to you by the North End crew, headed by Mr. Alex Duarte, Pancho Perez, Robbie Sheehan. That whole crew been working 16 plus hours, that crew down there, Ron. I'd like to thank everybody down there at the IID, including the water and the power side. A lot of stuff going on. Proud supporter of Valley Sports Network.
Keeping things running. 11:51 remaining on this. Ineligible man downfield negates a good play.
Yeah,
and you know what? This quarterback right now is showing a lot of composure for a sophomore. Yeah. And that's one thing I wanted to say about this offense. Now, I don't know what the discussion is here, but is it heated? Who knows? But on the Imperial offense, they start 6 seniors and 5 sophomores. 5 and 6. That is unheard of now.
Talented sophomores. They're able to put points up on the board. They've been showing it. They're undefeated.
Right.
One team is going to And it doesn't even matter what the outcome of this is, Ron, because they might, right now, I'm thinking they're both legitimate D2 teams, Ron.
3rd down and 17, Urena, he throws it, that's complete, that's Reese, TJ Reese. And a good tackle by Emiliano Morales, also covering on the play was number 12, that is Francisco Terrell. So, Urena has shown he can throw that ball right now in this possession. He's thrown couple of good pads. This one was kind of a hard throw like an out pattern into the wind. Hard throw to make without wind.
Well, this is one of those situations that makes Coach David Shaw upset when they were looking at a 1st down and you had an ineligible man downfield. And and this is what we're talking about. Now he's going to have to kick into the wind right here, and it could have been the same thing for the Central Spartans a little while ago, but they decided to go for it.
Gaxiola with the first kick, a little rugby kick. He gets a good kick, ran it off to his right, and that's going to get a good Tiger bounce inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say good call on that,
call. And maybe, the wind is, it's gusty. Going by the flag, it's pretty gusty.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the wind is on the field, but as I was here in pregame, that thing was moving around.
Johnny's Burrito, Imperial Valley Tradition, locations in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. CR&R, need reliable waste disposal? CR&R Waste Management has you covered. Eco-friendly services, keep your community clean and green. State Farm Insurance, accidents happen, but with Marianne Valenzuela's State Farm Insurance, you're covered. With protection 50 miles into Mexico. Back to action with day 1, Ron Rubio.
Here we go. Jimenez now with the wind behind his back with 10:37 remaining. Short motion by number 4. They give us to Camarena. Camarena now try to bounce it to the outside. But on the play there, number 20, that is linebacker Jacob Lee.
Jacob Lee coming in there as a junior. And for a team that's this heavy with talent, the Imperial Tigers, it's just good to see juniors out there, the seniors, and when you start seeing sophomores and they're starting and excelling at those positions, Ron, that just means you're good for a couple more years.
For sure. Trip to the left for Jimenez. Jimenez, is he going to shoot it? He shoots it out to his left, and he overthrows, intended for Morales. And the makeup of, we're talking about Imperial being a young football team. They start 6 seniors on offense, 5 sophomores on offense. On the defensive side, they start 6 seniors, 2 juniors, and 3 sophomores. That's the makeup.
Coach Shaw knows that they're going to be around for the next couple of years.
And here's the interesting thing is they played as freshmen last year.
Yeah.
9:56 remaining. Jimenez now with a 3rd down and 12. Trips for Jimenez. He swings it out to Camarena. Camarena, nothing doing. Strung out well by the defense of the Tigers.
That was number 24, able to get in there.
That's Walker.
Washington Walker.
So a good play on the defensive side of the Tigers, making it now a 4th down and 12. And kicking with the wind to the back will be Malachi Rodriguez, number 25.
Well, that's one of the things we didn't see last week, Ron, was the Central Spartans in too much in that punting formation.
For sure. Back to receive is Anthony Hellam Jr. Hellam, a sophomore, who was honored, I believe, last week by Prep Inside, and now almost a block punt, but now being able to get it off, and what a bounce. You cannot ask for a better roll. Are you serious? Oh, my. Well, from almost being blocked, now that ball rolls all the way inside your opponent's 10. Go to a casino, young man.
And that's exactly what this wind will do to you tonight on the positive side.
Yep.
Excuse me. Burgers and beer, ice cold drinks. For your ultimate flavor experience, visit Burgers and Beer. IB Welding, need expert welding and mechanical service with a precision in every spark. IB Welding is your place. El Centro Motors, looking for unbeatable deals? Head down to El Centro Ford for huge savings on all your favorite Ford models. Sanders Architect, from concept to creation. bringing you the vision of life with passion, building the future for today.
A quick pitch out to Wessel. Wessel trying the right side. Wessel tackled by Liziola, and good hustle by number 77, Anthony Rodriguez, to help out on the tackle. Keeps it to a short gain of maybe 3 yards, 2nd down and 7.
That's exactly what you want to see, Ron. Number 77,
hustling
Rodriguez.
out there, man.
Yeah, hustling down that line of scrimmage right there and helping out with the tackle, helping the linebackers in, because I'll tell you what,
it takes away a cutback lane.
It sure does. Boom. But that whole linebacker crew last week, I mean,
they were making tackles like crazy.
They sure were.
But it was because of the linemen gobbling up the blocks. And here comes Urena again with the slant. Again, Robles again. He's open and he catches it all the way to enough for a first down at the 15, 20-yard line. So the slant has been effective. I've seen him throw it 3 times. Once right through Gio Robles, took his eyes off the ball. He was wide open.
I'll tell you what, Robles himself is just a specimen. That kid just looks like the next level type of player right there.
He's got the build for D1 and all that good stuff. So here the is Wessel. Wessel up the middle, but it closes down very quickly on that tackle, number 50. We have for the Spartans. I do not have a number for number 50. I didn't have it last week, and I don't have it this week. 5-0.
I think I might have got that text last week. Anyways, Liziola just not stopping what he did last week, coming in, being able to wrap around those shoelaces right there. Yeah. Now
we're going to get a timeout by David Shaw.
That's going to be a timeout by Mr. David Shaw. So, Imperial Tigers going against the wind, calling their 2nd timeout. VSN will be right back after this.
Dippy Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Dippy Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
Back to action with 7:35 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Spartans starting this drive. The Tigers starting their drive inside the 10-yard line off an unbelievable punt and roll. 7:35 remaining. Wessel, he had time up the middle, nothing doing. And let's try to pick out a number on that stop. Right? There's number 23, Robledo. You have number 8 as well, Christopher Alvarez, and that's still about the Spartan defense. They are gang tackling.
We saw that firsthand from up here last week and in the previous game. Ron, we know a little bit about Coach Shaw. Sometimes he's the type of coach that wears his emotions on his sleeve right now. You know, you as a coach, Ron, and 30-plus years, Ron, sometimes when things aren't going right, do you try to, is it still stay with your game plan?
You try to do it. Urena now, he has an open receiver. And that is number 9. That is
number 9 does it again.
There's a flag.
Wait up, I don't see it. Is there a flag?
There was a flag.
Is there
Joshua Garcia again, Johnny on spot, but it was the wind either took it, but he had an open receiver.
I do not see a flag.
Intended for Hellam. Something went in the air. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that might have just been early celebration. No. We do have something we do have a little conference going on the sideline right now. It looks like it's still going to be Central ball, but it looks like it might be a push in the back or something. But it will be Central ball on the 15-yard line. Let's see what Mr. Nate, he has a push in the back. No. Against Central. So they're going to move it 10 yards back. The ball's going to be placed on about the 25-yard line. Ron, first down, Central Spartans.
On another defensive play that could determine this outcome. Who would have known coming in tonight that your defense would technically score 2 touchdowns right now, but scored the opening touchdown, and now have put their offense in a great position at the 25-yard line, 6:44 remaining. These are the type of plays that win you ball games. And now, to me, the way Urina's been throwing, the wind had something to do with it.
6:44 to go till half. Ron, you're exactly right on that, and we have another equipment violation on there. Ron,
now it's number 2.
When you look back and you have 2 turnovers like that, and of course one of them got called back, but those are the things that's going to hurt you in this type of game. Look at the atmosphere we have right now. Across from us sitting north, the Imperial Tigers are in shot. Packed, but in shot.
And there goes Camarena to the right side. Camarena keeps his feet moving. Finally knocked out by number 15 of the Danny Alcala. But Camarena, again, another patient run. The good thing about the Spartans, they're patient runners. You could see that happening. The things are clogged up. They're meant to go off tackle, off guard. These backs are able to bounce it out. And they're not super fast. They're just savvy runners.
Yeah, well,
from up here, that's what it looks like.
Well, savvy running, but look, everybody's doing their job when it comes down
and
to.
They're maintaining block. Now, Liziola, bad snap. And he tried to scoop it up. He tried to get going. The ball was at the 11, and it's now back to the 23. Not good. And that, I didn't really see, was that just a bad snap, or I'm not too sure.
I was actually looking down and then when you said bad snap is when I looked up again, Ron. I apologize, I didn't get to see it. But they are looking at a 2nd and long, maybe 22.
2nd and 22? They can get a first down at the 2, I believe.
Yeah.
So now, Hernandez back at quarterback. He was off. Hernandez looks right. He shoots it to his left. Morales with the screen. Morales trying to get behind some blockers. He does enough for a gain. It looked like nothing was going to happen there, but good enough for 5 yards.
Morales was able to just sneak through that little gauntlet that Imperial had set up right there, and he was able to get back positive yards. Good for a 5-yard gain, making it 3rd down and a long 15, almost 16 yards to go with 5:34 to go in the half.
And that's the deal. 3rd down and 16. Got a little chunk back. Obviously, has to be 2 plays to get this first down. Unless you get a field goal.
I mean it's going to be interesting because, look, you can go ahead with that field goal. So right now, it's going to be a tight ball game.
Hernandez, he's looking right. He has a man. It's Morales, and again, open receiver, missed.
And that wind could be coming into play on that. In my opinion, Ron, it could be they're just not adapting to it right now because, I mean, this wind started up at what, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock? Not enough for these guys to practice in their warm-ups to see how they're going to pass that ball, whether in the pregame, whether they were going against it or with it. And it looks like Mr. Rookie Pena has decided to go for 3 as they line up for a field goal attempt.
Malachi Rodriguez, the holder is Emiliano Morales. The snap is kind of wobbly. The kick is no good. So the snap ruined the timing. Morales had to bring it off his hip, laid it down, and by then the pressure was there. So with 5:05 remaining, the Spartans cannot take advantage of a defensive play. So now with 5:05 remaining, so what does that penalty do for you?
Yeah.
That penalty, you had a touchdown called back, and now you don't get anything out of that. Dodged a bullet. That's what the Tigers just did.
Well, don't be surprised if Coach David Shaw doesn't hold back, putting it up in the air, Ron, with 5 minutes to go. And speaking of the clock, we will have that going. The wind blew it down right before the start of the game. So we will have it up to start the 3rd quarter.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Tigers now after that defensive hold. Wessel now trying to find a way to run, and it seems like the holds are closing up a little bit quicker right now. 2nd down and 8.
To my surprise, Coach Shaw runs it up the middle. So, I mean, I'm really surprised on that. He's a gunslinger. That's what I think of David Shaw if he has that type of personality. I go, that kid's Coach Shaw's just a gunslinger. He goes for it. Now, of course, he has to calm down a little bit in his years here, but I believe he's in his 9th year as head coach of the Spartans, right, Ron?
Yes, sir. Isaiah Geary, number 52. Good play on there. And now he's looking for Gio Robles, and Gio Robles just came back for the ball, but good defensive play by Cesesna.
Let's see that replay. Robles, I thought he had it right there. It was just a great defensive play.
went over the top of the kid and he just came down now. Robles is such a weapon because of his height. He will have the height advantage over the majority of the corners he's going to play against him, definitely here in the Valley.
No, not only height,
man.
Athletic ability, strength. Like we said, he's the next level type.
He knows how to use that body.
Exactly.
He knows how to use that physique he has. Here we go, 3rd down and 8, trips to the left of Urena. You have Wessel in the backfield, 3rd down, as we said, 8, 4:26 remaining. They shift and it looks like they're going to be run out of time. Delay a game.
Now, when you're going against the wind run, that's one of the last things you don't want. That's going to be a delay game against the
Tigers.
Look, if I were to say who are the penalties hurting and the mistakes, one of the things I would have thought, Ron, it would have been way less mistakes in this type of ball game, Ron.
Urena now is looking, it's Robles again, and the defender falls off and it's complete.
Oh yeah. And
so it's just like in basketball, an alley-oop, man. You have a center that's gonna sky, lob it up, man. Nobody else is gonna get it but Gio Robles. And Gio Robles now to the 37-yard line.
The difference being this time, when they're gonna throw up that ball for Robles, he'll out jump and out anybody in that defensive back. So all they got to do is put it up in the air, and they have that confidence in Robles that he'll come down with it. 1st down, keeps the clock running with 4 minutes to go.
So they get themselves out of the hole that was where they were at. Urena again, he's looking to the right, and it's a comeback by Gio Robles. A little miscommunication. Robles ran a little bit longer. He ran a little deeper than what Urena thought he was going to do. So 2nd down and 10.
No, I'm going to agree with you on that one, whether it was miscommunication or, on that timing type of route.
Yes, for sure.
Now, I like what the Tigers are doing. They're keeping Gio on the sidelines, Ron, so he doesn't have to go, all the way back into the huddle.
Right.
Now, there is a rule on that. He does have to go where the hash marks are at. So that'd be interesting to see if he, well, obviously, there it is right there.
Urena again and again.
Look how much respect they're giving him.
It's the space they're giving him because you don't want him to run up on you and get by you. Not only does he have size, he has really good deceptive speed as a wide receiver.
Ron, what it's setting up is that hook. That little get him to bite on the inside right there, and boom, hit Gio on the top of the head. As the Central Spartans take a timeout. Day 1, Ron, Will Torres, Joaquin, Jess, Andy, Sarah will be right back after this.
Welcome to the Dom Team Real Estate Company, your partners in navigating the Imperial Valley's real estate market. As the Valley has transformed, so have we, honing our expertise to ensure your real estate needs are met with unparalleled insight and dedication. Doug Dom is the broker and a 4th-generation Imperial Valley native. His 3 decades of farming experience and hard-working approach guarantee results in the purchasing and selling of agricultural land and commercial properties. Andrew Dom is one of our trusted realtors. His expertise in the sale of farmland and residential properties has earned the respect of his peers in the realtor community. Behind every smooth transaction is Marisa Kelly. With nearly 3 decades in the Valley and a background in title insurance, she ensures every detail is meticulously managed. Whether residential, commercial, or agricultural, we know the market. Contact the Dom Team Real Estate Company today.
Back to Cal Jones Field. 3:37 remaining. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. The Tigers moving the ball. They started this drive deep in their own territory. They now find the ball at the 48-yard line of their own. Urena, he's looking left. He's going to roll. He's being pressured by Robledo. Pass complete, but Liziola shuts it down to no gain. Pass complete to number 2, Wessel. Liziola on a good read.
I need a question for a rookie at halftime. Will. Sorry.
Oh. God, look. All right, back to action here. Just a hard-hitting game. We didn't expect nothing less here, Ron.
Nothing less as there is a 2nd down and 9. Great play by Liziola. But what started that play was number 23, the pressure by Robledo.
250
Motion
to
by
go.
Helm. The give is to Wessel. Wessel, nothing doing. The big man on the spot is number 71. That is Sebastian Padilla, who's made a couple of big plays, filling in for a kid who's not playing, number 66, Isaac Garcia. Two defenders on the defensive line not playing tonight. Number 35, as I said earlier, is Ryan Smith, the senior. He's out, as well as Isaac Garcia.
With the wind blowing at 24 miles an hour, Ron, it's not going to let up till after 10 o'clock. So they might as well get used to it.
Well, the weather benefits the Spartans big time as far as trying to slow down an offense, with an offense like the Tigers. So here Urena looks, he's going to shoot it to his right. It is. The ball was there. It was dropped by Helm.
And you notice what he's doing now? He is throwing, his passes are more line drive now, Ron.
Lower, a little bit lower.
And I think that's really good because that ball's not going to be up in the air as much with this wind going into the wind.
Well,
so with the
right.
Well, go ahead, Ron.
Well, each quarterback is finding the way to stroke that ball in there. Do I take it off? Do I line drive it? There's no way you're going to float a ball up tonight because it's just going to be gone with the wind. Gaxiola standing at his 31-yard line. Deep to receive, looks like Garcia's number 9. And another smart line drive punt. And it gets us Tiger roll inside the 23, we'll say the 23-yard line. So with 1:54 remaining in the second quarter, we have a 7-7 tie. Right now at half.
Back to action with my man, day one Ron here. 1:54 to go.
Hernandez now, he's looking to his left. He's being pressured. He sets back. The flags are down. He's rolling. He's going to throw it. That's complete. No, intended for Garcia. Nothing to an incomplete pass. There will be a penalty. Back to action with 1:45 remaining. Hernandez now, after the penalty, has a first down and 20. They give us to Camarena. Camarena trying the right side, and he gets a couple of yards up to the 20-yard line.
These Tigers the opportunity to get the ball. Little screenplay.
And there we go. Trying to get Garcia loose. They swing it out. Garcia with a good game. Joshua Garcia on a good game. Runs it out, not enough for it. Is still third down out, third down, and we'll say 7. Third and 7, 1:01 remaining.
What it is good for, though, Ron, it is to at least take some seconds off the clock right there. That's what it is doing good.
And also, to go. And also gets them out of the hole that they just had. They were in.
I did expect this game to be tight, especially going into half. I just didn't expect it to be low scoring, Ron.
Seven to 7. It's trips to the right for the Spartans. Jimenez now rolls to his right. He's looking. He's going to tuck it and roll, run. And a good play by number 20. That is number 20 of the Tigers, Jacob Lee.
And it looks like we're going to have Imperial Tigers going to take their last timeout.
With 52 seconds remaining.
So with that said, 52 seconds to go. We'll come back after this short break.
Back to Cal Jones Field with 52 seconds remaining, where the Spartans now facing a 4th down and 7. Set to punt from his own 14-yard line is Malachi Rodriguez. That's a high snap.
Now, if it's against the Tigers, it won't be enough for a first down. Who did you see that on, Ron?
I did not see it. I was watching the ball, how it just went. It just seems like the wind just takes that ball up. So number 43 of the Spartans is your deep snapper. That is Francisco Lara. And Lara, nice snap, decent punt.
Oh.
Was that Helen? Did he get his hand on it?
Yeah, he did get his hand on it, so he needs to pick it up.
And he's going to fall at the 1-yard line. He did touch it, it seemed like.
Yeah, so that was a live ball on that run. I mean, just the wind getting a hold of it and then just taking off. The only good thing is they do have the ball. 41 seconds to go. I do believe the Spartans have at least 2 timeouts left, so it'd be interesting to see if on this homecoming night.
Well, yeah, you will. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to use. They have 1 timeout left.
No, negative. I was just. I thought they had 2, Ron. It could be 1. Oh, Joaquin's telling us that on the screen there, it's 1 timeout left for the Spartans.
So at their probably the 1-inch line. Check that, the 1-yard line. 1st and 10. You can't take a knee. You have to run a play out of the end zone. So Urena under center. Urena drives it forward on a quarterback sneak. Very effective. Gets it out to maybe the 3-yard line. 2nd down and a timeout by the Spartans with 36 seconds remaining.
And with that timeout, Ron, you don't get to keep none, so you might as well use it. You never know, because right now, the way the ball's been bouncing, just never know what can happen. I'd like to relay a little bit of information. Reason I was late, Brawley had their Hall of Fame, and I had the honor, Ron, to introduce some of the people. One of them was that 2004 Qualcomm team that went to the Q, lost to Valley Center 39-36.
Great game.
Yeah, it was just
one of the historic days for Brawley.
It was good to see. Those were, as you know, some of the Pop Warner kids that we had seen from a long time. So it was good seeing them. I had the privilege to, introduce them, induct them into the Hall of Fame. Got to see Marvin and Clarence Carter. Yeah, they got inducted also when Mr. Major Donald Wharton, some of the kids, among other ones. I know I'm missing Jacob, playing for the Aguilas right now, got inducted. So it was a good thing. I apologize for being late, but wouldn't miss this, Ron.
So here we go, 2nd down and 8. And with that last timeout, that should be the last play of the half.
Yeah.
Or do they have to run another one?
No, they'll be able to carry this into the half, and with no more timeouts yet. So, Ron, tell us a little bit about this first half. You know what's really come into play? Like you mentioned it, the wind, and it's affected both teams.
It has some kind of effect on it. It's not a normal night, that's for sure. So, I'm sure both teams coming into this game did not factor that into their game plan. I mean, who does? But here's the deal. If your offense is balanced, you can run, you can throw. And It's just a matter of who's more effective and who's eliminating their mistakes. It's a balanced game. Nobody would have thought a 7-7 game. But here's the deal. Good thing for the Tigers, the 6 points by the Spartans were not on offense. It was a defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
And then here's the flip side. The Imperial Tigers showed that they can move the ball, but they shot themselves in the foot with a couple of turnovers and penalties.
Well, Ron, something interesting here. Taking up a lot of the time, but it's a 20-minute halftime, so Spartans will go into their locker room, as will the Tigers, and we're looking for exciting second half.
For sure.
So from Will Torrez, Ron Rubio, and the VSN crew, we'll be back after this.
Imperial County is an oasis in the desert, just being the only educational institution outside of San Diego State. Now all eyes are on us, and we want to make sure we hold that highest standard of excellence across our institution. We take it as our obligation to make sure that we educate and provide an opportunity for every single student. Okay, what programs do we need to do? What services do we need to provide? Where are some of our transfer portals that we need to make sure that we open up for our students? I have to give my all. And I encourage my teams and the campus community, hey, let's give it all, because these are our neighbors. These are the kids down the block. They're gonna be our doctors, they're gonna be our nurses, they're gonna be here. So how can we make sure that they have all the resources and the support they need to get there?
Imperial Valley College. We are IVC. For more, visit imperial.edu.
Johnny's Burritos, serving the Imperial Valley since 1963, a Imperial Valley tradition, with locations in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. Wishing all these students this month going back to school a big welcome back.
Este verano yo estoy ahorrando, ¿y usted? A pesar del calor del verano, no hay mejor momento para ahorrar energía y dinero mientras se mantiene fresco. IID ofrece programas para ayudarle a ahorrar, incluyendo al menos $1,500 en medidas de eficiencia energética, reembolsos en electrodomésticos eficientes, $50 por reciclar su refrigerador viejo, un refrigerador nuevo para clientes que califiquen y más. En casa, ahorre ajustando su termostato 78 grados o más y utilice ventiladores. Para más información, visite el sitio web de IID.
You just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Not because it puts work in its place, but because all this versatility kinda just makes your day.
Welcome to Kennedy's Carne, the premier destination for top quality meats since 1959. Located in El Centro and Yuma, Arizona, we are home to over 30 awards and specialize in carne asada, perfected over generations. With 2 locations to serve you, visit Kennedy Carnes today. Every cut, a masterpiece of quality.
You know what, Doc? Ever since I came back from my music tour, I've been feeling great.
Well, everything looks great. Your blood pressure's normal, your cholesterol's in check. Just need to check your lungs and we'll be done.
Oh, no need for that, Doc. Let me show you what I got.
Charles, I don't think...
So, what do you think, Doc? Still got the golden lungs, right?
No cool? No problem. For over 29 years, Arctic Air has been keeping Imperial Valley cool. You've seen our orange vans around. Chances are your neighbor is already cool thanks to us. Call today to ask about our Comfort Club membership, and you'll never have to worry about your AC again. We're here for you 24/7.
Buenas noticias para el Valle Imperial. 2 hospitales con gran historia se están uniendo. El Centro Regional Medical Center y Pioneers Memorial Hospital ahora forman parte del nuevo Distrito de Salud del Valle Imperial. Esto significa que tú y tu familia ya cuentan con un sistema de salud más fuerte, con más servicios y mejor atención médica. Unidos construimos un futuro más saludable, accesible y humano. Distrito de Salud del Valle Imperial. Juntos somos más fuertes.
Celebrate Hispanic heritage at El Centro Motors with these huge savings. 0% financing up to 72 months, plus rebates. Trade-in assistance on selected F-150s. Also up to $30,000 in savings on selected new F-150s. Celebrate Heritage Month with these great deals. And remember, if you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money. Because at El Centro Motors, it's just that easy.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Not sure what you want to do after high school? The dual enrollment program at Imperial Valley College is here to help.
Our goal is to make sure that every single student in the county has the opportunity, one, to graduate from high school, and two, earn some college units, some college credits before they graduate from high school.
Dual enrollment helped me out to finish faster towards my career and life. You get a little taste of that college experience of what to expect.
So even if you don't know what you want to do as a career, by taking college courses that are general education, you're able to explore. Maybe you find a love, an interest, and a passion for business or psychology or history.
It starts with our high school students. If they get the chance to see college, experience college at an early age, research says they're more likely to, one, attend college, and two, graduate from college. And that's what we want.
Start exploring your future today with dual enrollment at Imperial Valley College. Apply for dual enrollment to find your passion today by talking to your high school counselor or visit www.imperial.edu/dual enrollment.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
DP Duck quiere recordarle a todos que se mantengan activos, jueguen seguros y que sean cool este verano. Si no tienes acceso a una alberca, hay muchas maneras de refrescarte sin acercarte a los canales. Para estar seguro, recuerda las reglas de DP Duck. Nunca nades en un canal, nunca juegues cerca de un canal y nunca te metas a un canal. Si ves a alguien caer en un canal, busca ayuda o llama al 911. Mantente alejado y seguirás vivo.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
This summer, I'm saving. Are you? Despite the summer heat, there's no better time to save energy and money while keeping cool. IID offers several programs to help you save, including at least $1,500 in free energy-saving measures, rebates on energy-efficient appliances, $50 for recycling your old refrigerator, and a new free refrigerator for qualified customers, and more. At home, save by setting your thermostat at 78 or higher and using fans. This summer, I'm saving. Are you? For more tips and program information, visit us online.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
At Pioneer Memorial Hospital, we've been caring for our community for decades.
And at El Centro Regional, we're committed to bringing specialized care closer to home.
Together, we're building a stronger healthcare network for every family in Imperial Valley.
Because when it comes to your health, we are all on the same team.
Imperial Valley Healthcare District, one team, healthier tomorrow.
Hippie Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Hippie Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
Welcome to the Dom Team Real Estate Company, your partners in navigating the Imperial Valley's real estate market. As the Valley has transformed, so have we, honing our expertise to ensure your real estate needs are met with unparalleled insight and dedication. Doug Dom is the broker and a fourth-generation Imperial Valley native. His 3 decades of farming experience and hard-working approach guarantee results in the purchasing and selling of agricultural land and commercial properties. Andrew Dom is one of our trusted realtors. His expertise in the sale of farmland and residential properties has earned the respect of his peers in the realtor community. Behind every smooth transaction is Marisa Kelly. With nearly 3 decades in the Valley and a background in title insurance, she ensures every detail is meticulously managed. Whether residential, commercial, or agricultural, we know the market. Contact the Dom Team Real Estate Company today.
Imperial County is an oasis in the desert. Just being the only educational institution outside of San Diego State, now all eyes are on us, and we want to make sure we hold that highest standard of excellence across our institution. We take it as our obligation to make sure that we educate and provide an opportunity for every single student. Okay, what?
Oh, I like. Yeah. That's okay, let it go, I'm good. Y'all 3 kids out there?
Joaquin said to be quiet.
programs do we need to do? What services do we need to provide? Where are some of our transfer portals that we need to make sure that we open up for our students? I have to give my all. And I encourage my teams and the campus community, hey, let's give our all, because these are our neighbors. These are the kids down the block. They're gonna be our doctors, they're gonna be our nurses, they're gonna be here. So how can we make sure that they have all the resources and the support they need to get there?
Imperial Valley College. We are IVC. For more, visit imperial.edu.
Johnny's Burritos, serving the Imperial Valley since 1963, a Imperial Valley tradition, with locations in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. Wishing all these students this month going back to school a big welcome back.
Este verano yo estoy ahorrando, ¿y usted? A pesar del calor del verano, no hay mejor momento para ahorrar energía y dinero mientras se mantiene fresco. IID ofrece programas para ayudarle a ahorrar, incluyendo al menos $1,500 en medidas de eficiencia energética, reembolsos en electrodomésticos eficientes, $50 por reciclar su refrigerador viejo, un refrigerador nuevo para clientes que califiquen y más. En casa, ahorre ajustando su termostato 78 grados o más y utilice ventiladores. Para más información, visite el sitio web de IID.
You just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Not because it puts work in its place, but because all this versatility kind of just makes your day.
Welcome to Kennedy's Carne, the premier destination for top quality meats since 1959. Located in El Centro and Yuma, Arizona, we are home to over 30 awards and specialize in carne asada, perfected over generations. With 2 locations to serve you, visit Kennedy Carnes today. Every cut, a masterpiece of quality.
You know what, Doc? Ever since I came back from my music tour, I've been feeling great.
Well, everything looks great. Your blood pressure's normal, your cholesterol's in check. Just need to check your lungs and we'll be done.
Oh, no need for that, Doc. Let me show you what I got.
Charles, I don't think...
So, what do you think, Doc? Still got the golden lungs, right?
No cool? No problem. For over 29 years, Arctic Air has been keeping Imperial Valley cool. You've seen our orange vans around. Chances are your neighbor is already cool thanks to us. Call today to ask about our Comfort Club membership, and you'll never have to worry about your AC again. We're here for you 24/7.
Buenas noticias para el Valle Imperial. 2 hospitales con gran historia se están uniendo. El Centro Regional Medical Center y Pioneers Memorial Hospital ahora forman parte del nuevo Distrito de Salud del Valle Imperial. Esto significa que tú y tu familia ya cuentan con un sistema de salud más fuerte, con más servicios y mejor atención médica. Unidos construimos un futuro más saludable, accesible y humano. Distrito de Salud del Valle Imperial. Juntos somos más fuertes.
Celebrate Hispanic heritage at El Centro Motors with these huge savings. 0% financing up to 72 months, plus rebates. Trade-in assistance on selected F-150s. Also up to $30,000 in savings on selected new F-150s. Celebrate Heritage Month with these great deals. And remember, if you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money. Because at El Centro Motors, it's just that easy.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Not sure what you want to do after high school? The dual enrollment program at Imperial Valley College is here to help.
Our goal is to make sure that every single student in the county has the opportunity, 1, to graduate from high school, and 2, earn some college units, some college credits before they graduate from high school.
Dual enrollment helped me out to finish faster towards my career in life. You get a little taste of that college experience of what to expect.
So even if you don't know what you want to do as a career, by taking college courses that are general education, you're able to explore. Maybe you find a love, an interest, and a passion for business or psychology or history.
It starts with our high school students. If they get the chance to see college, experience college at an early age, research says they're more likely to, 1, attend college, and 2, graduate from college. And that's what we want.
Start exploring your future today with dual enrollment at Imperial Valley College. Apply for dual enrollment to find your passion today by talking to your high school counselor or visit www.imperial.edu/dual enrollment.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
DP Duck quiere recordarle a todos que se mantengan activos, jueguen seguros y que sean cool este verano. Si no tienes acceso a una alberca, hay muchas maneras de refrescarte sin acercarte a los canales. Para estar seguro, recuerda las reglas de DP Duck. Nunca nades en un canal, nunca juegues cerca de un canal y nunca te metas a un canal. Si ves a alguien caer en un canal, busca ayuda o llama al 911. Mantente alejado y seguirás vivo.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. This is wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
This summer, I'm saving. Are you? Despite the summer heat, there's no better time to save energy and money while keeping cool. IID offers several programs to help you save, including at least $1,500 in free energy-saving measures, rebates on energy-efficient appliances, $50 for recycling your old refrigerator, and a new free refrigerator for qualified customers, and more. At home, save by setting your thermostat at 78 or higher and using fans. This summer, I'm saving. Are you? For more tips and program information, visit us online.
Havens & Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
Back to Cal Jones Field, the start of the second half of the big league game between two undefeated teams, 6-0, 6-0. It's a 7-7 tie.
And if we take a look with the Imperial Tigers kicking off, what does that tell you, Ron? That Imperial Tigers will have the ball with the win in the fourth quarter. And that might be a penalty.
Look at how that ball just went up in the air and yo-yoed back. I was down on the field.
I thought I heard a whistle, though. No, I thought I heard a whistle.
It's a recovery. It's an onside kick, isn't it? Nobody touched it from Central.
No. I thought I heard a whistle. I thought I heard a whistle.
Oh, man.
And if we can, I don't know if Joaquin can go back that far, but it did look like White was offsides prior to the kick.
But I'm talking about how the ball landed.
Oh, I was.
And is it an onside? Because did Central recover it? And it's obvious they did not. It is Tiger ball.
Timeout. But let's go back and see if there's a penalty.
There's not. It's first down for the Tigers. While Will Torrez figures out how this happened, that ball was in the air untouched. Nobody touched it from the Spartans, so it's a live ball. Urena to Wesso. Wesso now again reminiscent of, well, he gets 3 yards on it. But here's the story of this second half. The first half is over. It's a 7-7 tie. You have two teams in the IVL going at it. It's already labeled the league game of the year right now. Right now it is. 7-7 tie. Who's going to win this second half? Who's going to eliminate mistakes? Who's going to take advantage of the other team's mistakes? Wesso now up the middle, trying the left side. Wesso driving hard. Robledo's there, number 23. I also see number 21.
Well, the thing is, Ron, that takes a possession away of going with the win away from the Central Spartans, and that in itself is key right there.
Yes, great point. So the advantage of that, having the first series. And here's the deal. In the first half, the Tigers gobbled up like 7 minutes before I think Central even touched the ball. Third and 2 for Wesso and the Tigers. They'll give us to Wesso. No, it's a slant. It's behind the back of Hell So. David Shaw rolling the dice, trying to hit that. The pattern was there. The ball was there. I mean, he was open.
If they go back to it, it could be open. But 4th down, 4th and 2, yeah, why not, right, Ron?
For sure. You've been running the ball. You're getting 2-3 yards.
Yeah. Like to say welcome our audience. Hope you're enjoying the telecast here on a windy Friday night football. Will Torrez, Ron Rubio with the rest of the VSN crew as we're looking at a 4th down.
And a long 2. I'm going to say 2 yards. No, it's not to Wesso. And it's tipped by number 21, CJ Acosta, intended for, it looks like, Gaxiola. So, and here's the deal. CJ Acosta makes a good play on the ball. And here's the deal for the play calling for rookie Pena and the Spartans. You have to go for it, man. That win is brutal. Did you see how that kickoff went? It hung that ball. As soon as that ball got airborne, it was taken up in the wind.
No.
Gone with the wind, as they say.
And I had mentioned it was 24, but right now we are looking. We're still looking at 24 miles an hour. It just seems like
it feels
gusting.
Like 50 on the field. Bad snap. Jimenez saves it. No, it's Hernandez. Hernandez rolls. He throws. That's complete to Morales. Morales now gets all the way up, fights his way to the 45. Man, that is a hard.
Joaquin, let's see a replay on that, and I'm going to show the people that the referee was in excellent position to have a no call on that, Ron. If you notice, he never grabbed his helmet.
He never grabbed the helmet. Some people would say, did he grab the inside? But I don't think that's a penalty if you grab from here.
Correct. It's only a horse collar if he gets brought down back.
Hear you. 2nd down and 3. 2nd down 2. Hernandez with a good play there. Bad snap again. And I'm thinking, could it be the win? Because as I was standing down there, man, you can't get the ball too high off the ground because the wind is hitting it.
Yeah, but I mean, I just don't think he's getting to have them 2 in a row right there. You don't think that's going to go through his head right now? Of course,
the center for sure.
Well, look, that's who's injured though, because that's their backup center in right now. Ron, I just want the camera, the wind knocked down our camera for the clock. So, ladies and gentlemen,
that's fine.
VSN is out of a camera and no clock for tonight.
They gave us to Camarena. Camarena tries the left side. Camarena is going to be well short of a first down. Gives it up to the 39-yard line.
So, with 2 bad snaps by the Central Spartans, pinning them, not even being able to, on this series, to get a first down.
Did not get a first down.
So, but they will be in a position where they can maybe pin back the Imperial Tigers, with the Tigers having to go with the win. So I'm telling you, it's going to be crucial for the Spartans to get some points on the board when they have the wins on their backs, Ron.
Good snap, good kick by Rodriguez, deep. Back to receive is number 15, and a great bounce for the Spartans. Does he go out of bounds?
It stayed on the 5-yard line, it looks like.
They're trying to spot that.
And the ball will be spotted right outside of the 5, so Central does put them in the coffin corner down there.
With 8:33 remaining, we have the Spartans 7, Tigers 7.
La Fonda Restaurant, authentic Mexican food in El Centro, sizzling fajitas, famous enchiladas, and the tradition in every bite. Esqued Realty. Thinking of buying or selling? Trust Esqued Realty. Professional service and unmatched local knowledge for over 30 years, the mark of excellence. Johnny's Burritos, located in Brawley, El Centro, back to action now with Ron Rubio.
Wesso trying the right side, and Wesso gets a big bust up the middle on first down, runs it out to, we're going to say, the 16-yard line for a first down, a quick hitter. First and 10. Ball at the 22-yard line. They give us again Wesso. Wesso tries the middle, nothing doing. Wesso first initially hit by number 8 of the Spartans, who's playing a heck of a game at linebacker. That's Christopher Alvarez. Alvarez and Liziola, really good linebackers. When the defensive line is gobbling up blocks, makes it easier for the linebackers to make plays. Number 77 is out there. That is Anthony Rodriguez. He's a defensive tackle, along with number 52, Isaiah Aguirre. Out of the game tonight is Isaac Garcia. They give us to Wesso. Wesso up the middle. Wesso breaks to the 29.
Hey, Joaquin, let's see a replay of this. I'm going to show you something else. Number 18, TJ Reese comes here, gets enough on the block to open it up for Wesso. That was the tail end of it, but it was enough block with the line opening up the hole. All he had to do was just touch him, and it gave Wesso that extra 5 yards to get on that. And to tell you the truth, Ron, that's another sophomore.
Yes, it is. As I said, I mean, they start 5 sophomores on their starting lineup. They have 5 sophomores out there. Urena with trips to his right. They give us to Wesso, and nothing doing. On the bottom of that tackle is piled is 77, Anthony Rodriguez. Rodriguez is a sophomore.
Yeah.
So a lot of sophomore power out there right now.
He's one of those guys that we don't even have to look up his number anymore, Ron.
That's right.
Because of the plays he was making last week.
Second down and 12, 6:40 remaining.
Playing that nose guard position. He's that leader of that defensive line with 6:34 to go in the third quarter.
They'll give us to Wesso. Wesso tries the right side, and somebody gets his big old paw on him, and it's 23 Robledo. Looks like Robledo got an arm out there, enough to stop him. Short gain, very short gain. Third down and 11.
Well, short gain on 2 plays in a row.
And here's the deal. There's 2 edge guys. They call them outside backers or defensive ends. Number 8 and number 23. Robledo 23, and number 8 is Alvarez. Alvarez was an inside linebacker last week, I think. Anyway, he's on the edge and doing a good job.
Well, maybe it's because Smith went out and they replaced him in there.
Smith is out, and so is number 66, Garcia. Third and 11 for the Tigers. Rolling right is Urena. He stops. He shoots. It's open. That is Robles. Robles, I think he's going to be well short.
And I'm trying, yeah, he is going to be short. He might have been thinking that he might have had it because he did turn the corner and wanting to get it, but this is too deep, Ron.
Too deep, and the wind is tricky.
Yeah, This is, if there's time right now, this is where you want a good line drive kick like they've been doing this whole game when they've been facing the wind in their face.
And get a load of this. The deep snapper for the Tigers is number 3, Gio Robles. The punter is number 4, Gacciola. And here's that line drive. Gacciola is getting good punts, man.
Yeah, he's helping the Tiger defense with this. And I'll tell you what, for a night like this, he's done an excellent job in the punting position.
And the field position didn't change much.
No, it didn't. Both tonight, mental mistakes have actually affected both teams.
Right, it's kind of even. They balanced out. But here's the deal, man, with this. Both teams are facing the best opponent they've had all year long. This is the big, it's a big game, sure, but both teams are playing up to their, where they've been so far this whole season. So it's a challenge on both sides. As we said earlier at halftime, who minimizes their mistakes? Jimenez looks, he shoots, it's almost intercepted. Intended for Morales, defended well by, trying to get the number.
Number 8.
Number 6.
That's number 6, okay. Yeah, it looks
Adrian Cortez, senior. Good play by Cortez.
Those are the type of plays right now that either team has to make. A crucial turnover right now in the middle of the field to take away any chance that the Spartans get another opportunity with the wind at their back is big.
5:34 remaining. Half the quarter is gone. So the Spartans trying to take advantage of what they can with this wind behind their back. Vasquez with the short motion. Jimenez rolls, he shoots it out. That is Vasquez. Vasquez now in the little flat route. Vasquez to the 40. Angel Vasquez with the yo-yo motion. He went in motion, then he went back. That's why they call it a yo-yo.
So we're
he hits out flat.
We're looking at, there's a hanky out in the field. But it looks like the Imperial Tigers are pointing like it's going to be against the Central Spartans.
So a hold again negates another big play.
This is going to be interesting. I think that hold,
spot.
It's going to be a spot foul, so they will give them a first down. If it's against the Spartans, I'm saying, if it's a hold against the Spartans.
Only 10 yards, right?
Yeah, it's 10 yards, but they're going to.
He still has enough.
First down. Yeah, he has enough for the first down. So he will be granted the first down. They're just going to mark it 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Let's see what Mr. Binkin has to say.
Some very costly holding penalties have happened, for the Spartans, and as well as but here's the deal, when it happened to the Tigers, they have back-to-back holds, they still cashed in on that drive with the slant to Robles. First down now and 10, despite the penalty. The Spartans have the ball at the 49-yard line. 5:22 remaining, third quarter.
I'll tell you what, if you're a flank official, it doesn't matter what you're doing, whether if you think you're holding a little bit or not, that Imperial sideline's going to let you know.
Jimenez again rolling right. Jimenez stops. He rolls up. He tucks it under. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Fights his way back. Better than losing yardage. He gets. They'll probably give him a yard to the 50.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to give him a yard, but that was actually a smart move, not forcing the ball.
Exactly.
With 4:49 to go for the end of the third quarter, second down, midfield right now, a little bit short, but Spartans got 4.5 minutes, Ron.
4:37 remaining, second down and 9. The wide side of the field is to the left of Jimenez, where he has 3 receivers. They call that trips. Jimenez looks, he shoots it low. That's number 21, CJ Acosta. So Acosta, minimal gain, maybe 2-3 yards on that.
Yeah, what looks like big gains, they're just not marching down the field.
It's the speed of the defense.
Imperial Irrigation District, your local public and water energy resources, taking care of all Imperial Valley and La Quinta Riverside areas. Intercare, improving the health and wellness of our community. The Dom team, Doug and Andrew, for all your real estate needs.
Third down, 7 yards to go, 3:47 remaining. The ball is inside Tiger territory. The ball is at the 48-yard line. Jimenez has a little bit of trouble.
A lot of green
but
in
now
front.
Slides, and he's hit well by number 18, TJ Reese. So Jimenez bobbled the snap after he seemed like he had it in his hand. He kind of juggled it. 4th down at the 45.
Well, he seems to be running a lot more, and that's just what we would call, what do you call that, coverage sack? But it's not a sack, but
here's the deal. If it's not there, like you just said earlier, do not force it, and that's what Jimenez is doing, taking the safe side and sliding down for a gain, get it out to the 45. Now what can your punter do? And here's a funny thing we haven't seen. Oh, I was about to say, where's the power set? And here
look
it is.
who's in the backfield.
Liziola.
I think, no, they're going
Liziola
for it.
to the left. Liziola. He works his way up, and I don't know if the Tigers, I didn't think they thought it was a punt, but Liziola comes through with a big gain to the left side. Now the ball is placed at the 38-yard line. Is that the spark that could get this offense of the Spartans going? They have a first down. It is at the 38-yard line. There's 2:46 remaining.
Ron, I'm going to ask your opinion on this. Who do you think is running the ball better as we get down to 2.5 minutes for the end of the third quarter?
I go right now. Well, honest to God, I think it's even because Camarena is running well.
So both lines are doing a good job.
I think it's a balance. I think it's an even game right now on the run game. Jimenez now with the spin. He was pressured, gets rid of it.
I'll tell you what, Ron, that snap is going to haunt them again. I have not seen a clean snap back to quarterback from the Central Spartans. I don't know if it's the wind.
I think it is because, like I said, I was down there and you could feel the wind on your ankles on up, from the ankles up.
But it doesn't seem to be affecting the Imperial Tigers. Well, we'll see when they at the end of the third quarter when they'll have the winds at their back.
Sam Rubalcaba, number 9. He's 6'3". He's 200 pounds. He put the pressure on Jimenez. They gave us to Camarena. Camarena off the right side. Camarena gains maybe 3 on that.
I think it was.
Oh, wow, he gets 4.
Yeah, 4 yards on that. I'd like to welcome our new sponsor this year with that's Imperial Valley Healthcare District with Pioneer Memorial Hospital, Centro Medical, joining together as one. We welcome them. We appreciate everything they do, and thank you for entrusting us with your. Here we go.
Liziola to the right. Liziola now stood up well.
Yes.
What was that pop?
I don't know, but I'm looking for the number. It looks to be number 10 coming in there. Ernesto Vargas, another sophomore, Ron.
Along with number 71, Noah Latios was in that mix. So now it's a game in the trenches. It's a 7-7 dogfight. Is it going to stay a dogfight? Does it bust open in the fourth quarter? Right now, it doesn't look that way.
Well, as we take a look at Jimenez still being out there, yeah. You know, you're looking at 4th and a long 5.
I mean, field goals out of the question, I'll tell you that right now. Any attempt at a field goal. So Camarena now is a single back. He has 2 receivers, Jimenez on both sides. Jimenez now looks. He feels a little bit of pressure. He rolls. He tosses. It's short, and it's intercepted. And that is T.J. Reese. T.J. Reese. Let me tell you now, T.J. Reese, he's a sophomore. Number 18, Reese, makes a play. And it's not really I mean, if you were to punt.
Well, but Ron, you know as well as I do, that ball's in front of you. You're going to do everything you can to get it. So to see these sophomores stepping up for Imperial Tigers, that's always good to see.
54 seconds remaining. The Tigers now holding on. As far as defensively, holding on with the wind in their face.
Yeah.
You know, advantage offense going away from the wind. They held on. Spartans could not muster up any scoring drive on that. So we have Arena. Arena gives to Wesso, and you have number 52. That's Isaiah Aguirre, and you have Liziola. So now holes are getting smaller. Time is running out. We're approaching the fourth quarter. It's still a 7-7. And here's not a good sign, man. Here comes Aguirre.
Aguirre limping off the field, being replaced by number 71, Sebastian Padilla.
And Padilla's made some good plays.
Yeah.
Might have been a cramp. Who knows what's happening there? 28 seconds. I don't think the Tigers are too much in a hurry to run a play. What do you think?
No, not at all.
2nd down and 3.
But they will.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2nd down and 12. Arena to Wesso. Wesso! Looking to his right, Wesso goes down. They're going to give Acosta the tackle on 21. So 10 seconds. So with that being said, The third quarter has ended with a 7-7 tie.
And Will Torrez, Ron Rubio will be back for the fourth quarter. Score tied 7-7 as we take a look at Centro's pride and joy. We'll be back after this.
At Pioneer Memorial Hospital, we've been caring for our community for decades.
And at our Central Regional, we're committed to bringing specialized care closer to home.
Together, we're building a stronger healthcare network for every family in Imperial Valley.
Because when it comes to your health, we are all on the same team.
Imperial Valley Healthcare District, one team, healthier tomorrow.
Seven tie as we come into the start of the fourth quarter here at Cal Jones Field. We came into tonight's game with two undefeated teams from the Valley, 6-0 Spartans, 6-0 Tigers. We are now down to the last 12 minutes to determine who will remain undefeated and jump into that first place tie with the Raleigh Wildcats and Hopeville Vikings. I believe they're 1-0. Urena rolling to his right. Urena throws. It's intended for Goxiola. He comes back. Well defended.
Very well defended. And I'll tell you.
Cesena, number 10. Anyhow.
Yeah, that was the same. So, Spartans hold the Imperial Tigers. I do believe that we will start seeing the ball up in the air a little bit more. You know, with the Tigers running the ball when they were going into the win run.
And here's the thing, man. Both teams are big play offense. It's a big play waiting to happen on offense. It could spring any moment.
But also on defense, too, which has been proven. Ron, check this out. To be honest with you, none of them are actually throwing good with the wind either, though.
No, it's not.
So we see something out of the ordinary. We have a timeout taken
by the Tigers right off the bat.
That might be a personnel thing. So I'd like to thank everybody at RDO, located at 3275 Highway 86, Steven and his whole crew. I want to wish both these teams and the rest of Imperial Valley High School sports a healthy season. Imperial Valley Fairgrounds, where we celebrate local culture, agriculture, and hosting the annual California Midwinter Fair and year-round community events. Intercare 2026 is the year where Intercare will open the new facility in Imperial, which is pretty big there.
Pretty big center there now.
Can't miss it.
So the second play of the fourth quarter will be an interesting one. Tigers in pump formation. Goxiola standing at his 4-yard line. Now, let's see how the snap from center to punter goes. It's good. And that is Robles. And Goxiola, nice boot. Bounces at the 30, fielded by
none other than Josh Garcia.
Josh Garcia. Shoestring tackle, not there, but good coverage.
Yes.
Good coverage. Number one who initiated, I believe, was number 26 of the Tigers.
Well, Ron.
Lucas Mora.
With us starting the fourth quarter right here, Ron, this game has actually gone kind of quick. And one of the reasons it goes faster, as we know, Ron, you and I, is that when the conditions are like that,
yes,
you're going to see the ball run play a lot more. So that's been a big factor, as you guys might have seen Mr. Coach Rookie Pena and alluded to in the halftime, how they are going to have to make some changes as they come out into the third and fourth quarter.
Jimenez now motioning Vasquez. Jimenez, they'll give it to Camarena. Camarena now bounces away. I think that may have been.
Is that number?
Who's on the ground there?
It's somebody's cramping up.
That might be Lee, number 20.
It sure is, Ron. It's Lee, and hopefully, yeah.
So Jacob Lee on the ground, maybe, perhaps, hopefully, Just got the air knocked out of him. But Camarena making something out of nothing, gained a yard on that. And credit to both defenses, man. They're playing really good run. I mean, yeah, they're giving up some yards, but the big plays have been eliminated.
Well, look who we have here, Ron. We have the privilege of Mr. Villalta, Marco Pereira, joining us up here.
10:59 remaining, and we have flags on the field. We have illegal procedure by the Spartans.
That's one of the things you don't want to see when you're facing the wind like that. Welcome, Marco. Welcome upstairs. Good to see you, buddy. Ron, you missed what we thought was great. We'd like to thank you for that, Marco. We had a Zoom meeting.
He's telling me something what I'm wearing, that's why. I'll explain why.
No, it's probably blue in the back, but how was it coming up here, though, with red there, Marco?
Well, I got to give credit to, I'll tell you after this play,
10:52, Jimenez tries to swing it out. There is Garcia maybe to the 24-yard line.
So I'll say real quick, I am a Central grad, but the starting quarterback for Imperial is Antonio Ureña. He's a really good friend of mine because of the fact that his dad was a big help to me when I was
on the podcast,
yes, on the podcast.
On the Alta.
He opened up his home for me, and I see this kid grow up since he was like 10 to 9 years old. So I have to show some support to someone that's helped me so much along the way. You know?
Let's give credit where credit is due.
Exactly.
Ron has been telling us this team right here, it's got some sophomores on there.
Yeah, a very young core of players. It just gives a testament of what the job that David Shaw's doing with this coaching staff and just the future that Imperial has in the next coming years for high school football.
Jimenez now looking to set up a screen. It's Camarena. Camarena now to the 30. Camarena, great tackle play by number 9.
Number 9.
That is Rubalcaba.
Rubalcaba saved what could have been many yards in front, looking all green.
Forcing a 4th down now, and that's the deal. Both teams offensively are one step away from breaking a big one. But credit the defenders who are able to get a hand on them or make a play. And that's what's going to boil down to in a tight game like this, 7-7, 9:29 remaining. Who will make the big play? Decent snap,
and that's
and
what
it gets caught up.
Yeah, it gets
so you
caught
have
in the
to
wind.
watch.
Number 33 lets the ball snap.
A couple of yards, lets it roll a couple of yards, and I'm not sure what was going on there.
I mean, the thing is, I could just see both coaches. What do they just get away from it?
Get away. If you're the Tigers, get away, get away. So fortunately for the Tigers, they did not touch it.
9:10 to go. I'd like to once again introduce Marco Peralta. We had set him up, had a little bit of traffic getting up here, but Marco, we'd like to thank you. Had that Zoom meeting with some of our interns. Big things happened, got some great advice from you. We really appreciate that, Marco.
No, it was a pleasure and honor for me to do that, well, because of the fact that, I'm from the Valley, and I know what it's like to be a kid from the Valley trying to get into this industry and just be able to share some expertise with your young interns. It was obviously a pleasure and a great blessing for me, for sure.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. They give us to Wesso. Wesso up the middle. Wesso bangs it up for a good 5-6 yard gain on the tackle. Liziola, along with a couple of other Spartan, looks like number 8.
Ron, you got to give credit to the Central defense and also both defenses because of the fact that this win factor has played in favor and against both teams, and them being able to adjust to what type of game plan they came into the game. They're simply on top of every single play right now.
Right, and the win, it hasn't benefited anybody. Like, if you would think that behind your back, but here comes Wessel, and there goes Wessel to the, I'm going to say, 15-yard line. Again, just a step away from breaking it big.
And that could be what defines the game, Ron, for sure. That big play, it's the biggest play we've seen from ground in the whole entire game.
And it's explosive.
I'm sure about that. It's explosive. Wessel has some tremendous speed up the middle, and he saw a hole, did a little juke to the left, and opened up for more yards. And simply that now in the red zone, the Tigers can be very deadly right here.
And that's the strategy of a run game. You're hitting it, you're getting stops, but don't give up. Wessel again trying the middle. Wessel, patient runner. Looks like nothing. Gains 4. 2nd down and 6.
Not just a patient one, but he's a very smart runner. He knows how to be able to switch his direction of how he runs, and sometimes he faces a wall, but sometimes he can outrun the ball, outroute the wall, or even run through it because of the fact the strength he has, the speed he has is definitely something that we haven't seen in a long time here with the Imperial Tigers.
And credit that offensive line that they have, a big, good offensive line that makes running a little bit easier for the running backs of Imperial. 2nd down and 7. The ball is placed at, we'll say, the 12-yard line. The wide side's to the right for Urena. Wesson, we get another timeout by Davis Shaw and the Tigers. So with 7:30 remaining.
That's interesting right there. Imperial uses their 2nd timeout. So from Will Torres, Marco Peralta, Ron Rubio will be back after this.
Dippy Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Dippy Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
Back to Cal Jones Field with 7:30 remaining. We start after this second timeout by the Tigers. Could it have been a personnel issue? Who knows? Wesso. Low snap, Wesso being able to get the yardage up the middle. They're going to spot him short of a 1st down, maybe 2 yards. Marco Peralta on the side now.
The good thing is the fact that Wesso is little by little moving forward. You have to keep moving the ball. The fact that there's a little bit over 7 minutes left in the game, the more you move the ball, the more you run out the clock. At the same time, you score a touchdown, you make the situation a whole lot more difficult for Central, Ron.
Time of possession is the deal there. The time will be ticking away. 3rd down and 2. Wesso trying the right side. This time, Liziola shoots through. And does he hold him short? Yes, he does, and now may have lost a yard on that, Marco.
Yeah, it seems like he was held at the line of scrimmage and pushed back behind the line to lose 1 yard. But the fact that the wind is in favor of Imperial right now, I'm not surprised if they actually try to go for it on 4th down.
Well,
but you just never know. It seemed like they are. There's no kicking team going onto the field.
I'm looking for Gio Robles.
Seems like Gio's on the sideline.
Yeah, he just ran out. Now he's come back in.
Also, Santonia was with David Shaw and the offensive coordinator just to discuss what type of play they're going to do here, knowing that they're about 3 yards away from the 1st down and also the goal line.
Yes, sir. Big play here with 6:14 remaining. Opting not to try a field goal attempt instead. And now the Tigers are going to burn their final timeout.
That's very dangerous for sure, Ron. The fact that it's your final timeout with 6 minutes left, it makes you in a tough situation because of the fact that you have, Centro, they go up. You're just going against time. You're going against pressure, trying to force a 4 and out, and simply see what you can do with your offense and your defense to hopefully the Centro doesn't score on you.
And losing that time, using your last timeout with 6:07 remaining in a tight game like this, it eliminates any chance of you having any way to control the clock.
Yeah.
Because now you're at the mercy of what your opponent runs,
Well, so I will tell you this. They got a kicker by the name of Lucas Mora. I mean, this is not an issue with them right here, but I can guarantee you, Lucas once told me earlier this season, we did a little story on him, that he feels confident at a 65-yarder.
What?
Yeah, no. He's their soccer player. He's a stud player.
Well,
and this is his first year playing football as a senior. So here we go.
4th down and 3, 6:07 remaining. The Tigers now with Urena and Wesso in the backfield. The give is to Wesso. Wesso's not going to make it. Penetration early, but number 12 is on the tackle for the Spartans. Francisco Terrell. I think Liziola got penetration. I did not see if it was him, but there was leakage.
Yeah, Marco, you've seen this. Momentum changing back and forth.
The fact that that's what can define this game, seeing how that's a big stop right before the line of scrimmage, and Central, it's all in their favor now. So it's a very tough situation for Imperial. They're fighting against time. They're fighting against the run game from Central, and then we'll see what happens. The good thing for Imperial is that Central's in their own around 10-yard line.
Yes.
And they're going against the wind.
Yes.
Liziola now in the power set. It looks like there's going to be against the Spartans.
Yeah, it's going to be against the Spartans. Now they don't mark off the whole 5 yards on that, but still, when you're that deep in the end zone, you still got to travel 95 yards or 94 yards to go to hit pay dirt.
And it limits your playbook. Your playbook shrinks a lot. But in this power set, there's not too much to do. Powers to the right of Liziola. He's standing at his 1 yard line. He tries the right side. He finds a crease. He walks up, runs up to maybe the 10-yard line.
In there with a great just stopping him. I mean, when you got that wrestling.
Is that Larios? And now a lineman down for the Spartans.
So, and that's one of the things we don't like to see, is especially the last two games. Centro has had hard-hitting games, Marco. Last week they played La Quinta. Game went into overtime. Just a great finish. Spartans came out winning. But where the bad thing that happened to the Spartans, they ended up with two injuries that are not available today. Smith and their center.
And number 66 as well was on the defensive line was Isaac Garcia's out. Number 35 was Ryan Smith.
So Marcos, tell us a little bit about what's been going on in the
major
real
league,
work, in the major leagues, Marcos.
in the big leagues.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. I just finished my second season with the Angels, being the Spanish broadcaster. It's been a whole lot of fun to be able to do that. You know, I've been there now for 4 seasons.
Nice.
A dream come true, and just being able to see ball players like Mike Trout and a couple other guys on a daily basis, and just to be on the call for history. You know, you just never know what's going to happen every single ball game. Even here, you just never know what's going to happen. And the fact that I'm able to be part of the history, it's humbling, it's a blessing, and not being here with you guys is also a blessing to be.
We appreciate that. So now with the postseason going on in Major League Baseball, who are you cheering for, Marco?
Oh, well, I can't really say because, you know, I just love baseball, you know, so I just want to see good baseball when it comes to the postseason, because nothing beats postseason baseball, and hopefully us, the Angels, can be there really, really soon.
I think Ron said it good last year when he said, hey, listen, if you're playing any type of ball and the weather's cold, what does that mean, Ron? It's playoff time.
Playoff time. So here we go. Liziola with a second down and 11. He tries the left side this time, but he ends up in the middle. Big old pile of pushing there, and it's still moving. It's still going. Now, Will, explain forward progress.
So as a flank official, now, the rule is, first of all, safety. That's the #1 key on safety. But when you see the pile moving like that, Ron, as long as the momentum doesn't stop and the pile is moving and there's no safety issues involved, they're going to let that go. You want to give the running back every inch possible. And he was able to get, at least 2 yards just with the pile moving forward.
Here's the deal, 4:54 remaining. It is now a 3rd and 7. Liziola trying the right side, trying to go outside. He finds a little crease, but strung out well by the defense of the Tigers, Marco.
Yeah, the fact that Centro is heavy on the line, they know that Liziola is going to be able to find a spot either on the inside or outside of his offensive line to try to little by little keep moving the chains, and hopefully it puts him in position to get a field goal for the win or a touchdown for the win, Ron.
Look at the confidence Coach Peña has right now. Look at the confidence he has with his offensive line in the now. Could he be trying to draw him off sides?
I was just thinking that right now. Is this legit? Are you really going to bank it all on this one play?
This play.
And wait, it is. He's trying the left side, and he's going to make it.
It looks like he will get it.
Wow.
That is, whoa.
And
gutsy call. Ron, how gutsy is that?
Very gutsy, because if you don't make it, it's going to be a funeral here.
Marco? Feelings on that call?
No, definitely a gutsy call by rookie, but it's the fact that it displayed the type of confidence that he has on his kids.
Yeah, for sure.
Such a smart head coach. He's been here for a long time, knows his kids really, really well, knows the crowd, knows the situation, and did a great, great call there. He knew it was very risky, but he went for it because he trusted his kids. Now he's in the first down.
Anthony Rodriguez, Sergio Perez, Mason Nava, Nicolas Valadez, and Sebastian Padilla are the linemen. And here comes Alvarez. He's trying the left side again. He cuts back. He was chased by number 52. That is Mincher. But Liziola gains, and now we have a man down, number 24 of the Spartans. That looks like Washington, I believe.
So, injury starting to be a part here. So
on the ground.
So with Marco, Will, and Ron, Joaquin, everybody, we'll be right back after this.
Welcome to the Dom Team Real Estate Company, your partners in navigating the Imperial Valley's real estate market. As the Valley has transformed, so have we.
honing our expertise to ensure your real estate needs are met with unparalleled insight and dedication. Doug Dahm is the broker and a fourth-generation Imperial Valley native. His 3 decades of farming experience and hard-working approach guarantee results in the purchasing and selling of agricultural land and commercial properties. Andrew Dahm is one of our trusted realtors. His expertise in the sale of farmland and residential properties has earned the respect of his peers in the realtor community. Behind every smooth transaction is Marisa Kelly. With nearly 3 decades in the Valley and a background in title insurance, she ensures every detail is meticulously managed. Whether residential, commercial, or agricultural, we know the market. Contact the Dahm Team Real Estate Company today.
Stop it. Let's go.
Back to Cal Jones Field. Liziola now trying the left side. Liziola short. They're going to spot him at the 33rd down, let's say 2.
With 2:59, 2:58, clock ticking down for the end of the regulation time. Spartans.
Seeing that this is the key for Imperial defense as of right now. How do you stop Liziola from keep moving the chains? It's a big thing. You have to get him tired as well, but you have to be stopping every single play. Minimize the advantage of yards that he has on his legs.
Oh, what about what Ron said? Using that last timeout over there, you cannot take control of the clock.
And here come the Spartans trying the left side, man, and another man down for the Spartans. Looked like 77 Rodriguez. Here's the deal with that first down. Huge first down on 4th and 2.
Here's another 4th down, Ron.
Another one. But the previous one, it's taking time off the clock.
Yeah.
It's taking time off the clock, minimizing any amount of offensive plays this offense of the Tigers has.
Yeah, the good thing.
So now again,
I call timeout when there's 5 seconds to go, and at least you use all the clock and see what you're going to run.
I think that's what's going to happen. But here's the big deal. This goes down, Marco, this is the big play of the game. It could be.
So this is what I'm thinking. Either rookie goes for it and runs the clock down all the way to 0 to go for the win, or he let them punt, knowing that have no timeouts left on their side.
Oh, yeah.
True that. Any good offense, you know?
That.
So I see how rookie's thinking of this a little bit. Go for it, run out the clock, go for the win, or just hope that when you punt the ball, it's a good enough punt to not put Imperial in good yardage, and hope that their offense doesn't go as they expect it to be tonight.
Yeah, but can the Spartans, let's just say they go for it and don't make it. I mean, is it worth it to let the Tigers with 30 yards?
Exactly what I was thinking right now. Like, okay,
yeah,
are you going to really believe that this high-powered offense, you're banking on your defense to hold them down, which they have been so far.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like you said in the beginning, Ron, this Imperial Tigers team averaging 49 points. They're at 7 right now. So Centro has done something really, really well. Nothing, no throwing, no shame at all. But the fact that if you have Imperial at the 30-yard line in overtime, are you going to trust the run game, or are you going to actually get the pass game going? No, that's been something that's been missing a little bit this game.
You have to learn how to win close games, and which team's going to do it, and Liziola is not going to do it. He is stopped. So who answered? The Tigers have answered on defense.
Big stop here.
That was a huge stop. Big man Israel Favila was in there. There's another. That was going backwards.
So here's the thing. You're literally inside the 30-yard line of the Central Spartans. You could go for the touchdown or run out the clock. You see, like we know, no timeouts, or even run it out to make a field goal attempt and win the game off a field goal. You just never know what can happen right now.
Well, here's the deal also, with no timeouts left, you're limited to running the ball. Because if you're going to run the ball, you're going to have to get...
Well, even look at Centro has 2 timeouts left, too.
So...
Man, this is...
Well, 7-7.
Friday night,
this is what you wanted it to become. And here's the deal: the quality of these two teams, you're going to have to learn to win ball games like this down the road, especially playoff time. So here we go, Urena now. He's going to shoot it to his left. He throws it into the corner, and it's overthrow. Gio, not sure. Not on the same page.
Yeah, not on the same page on that one. But that's the guy that, there's no doubt about it. If they're going to go to a guy, I mean, they have a couple of them, but That's the key right there.
Yeah, Imperial's fine. They have a good enough quarterback. I know the type of kid that Antonio is. He's a really smart QB, and obviously he's adapting to this win to see what type of passes he can do, but he has to be on the same page with his wide receivers.
Man, for a sophomore, this kid has played with composure the whole night.
Yes, sir.
6 seconds taken off the clock, 1:39 to go.
To Wessel. Wessel up the middle. Tackled by none other than Liziola.
Now, as we look at this third down, I talked about number 26, Lucas Mora. He's a senior, first time coming out here. But look, the guy is ice. Talking to him, he's quiet, he's smooth. With the clock running, 1:19 to go, third down. Will Lucas come into play? We'll soon find out.
David Shaw, very animated on the sidelines. 3rd and 7 to give us to Wessel. Wessel to the right side. Wessel! Tackled by Acosta, but not until he gets inside the 14-yard line. 1:04 remaining. When does the clock start? As soon as the sticks hit, or what? Winding it up?
As soon as the chains are set. The chains are set, they start
Inside a minute, 57 seconds. The way they don't seem to be urgent, Marco, are they setting up for the field goal? Wessel again to the left side. Wessel trying to bury his head, gets forward, setting it up right in the middle. Could that be the case?
I don't think they're setting up for the field goal little by little. They're trying to go for the touchdown to make sure. And seeing how rushed Antonio is right now, he's going to spike it.
Boom.
Yeah, they're going for the touchdown. They're going for the touchdown.
2nd down with 8 to go for a first down. They can get a first down inside the 5. 29 seconds, no timeouts left. They killed the clock.
And
now, how far can the kids go out? Well, it's not a timeout.
It's not a timeout. No, they can. Well, you're not supposed to.
So yeah.
Let's look at the back judge. As soon as his hand goes up and it starts marking, it's 10 seconds, and as soon as he starts chopping, it's 5.
Yeah, look at the goalpost. Look how it's swaying in the wind. So here it is, big play. 3rd and 6. Garita looks. It's Robles in the corner. It's defended well by number 9.
We got a quick note as we get people to join us here. Brawley wins it. Congratulations on a Hall of Fame night for Billy Brewer, Simon Canales, and Jesse Sanchez, Mr. Greg Smith, where Brawley comes out with the win. 14-7 with back-to-back wins as we're looking at a 4th down, exactly what we thought this game was going to be about.
Joshua Garcia with the big play in the corner of the end zone, and here we come. It's lined up. It's set up for number 26, Lucas Mora.
The biggest kick of his high school career.
The biggest kick in football, because he is a soccer player, so I don't know if he's had better kicks than this, but this is what it's about. The kid, the quiet kid, the soccer kid for the Imperial Tigers, and Rookie Peña and the Spartans are going to ice him.
There is the timeout, the typical timeout in all levels of football to give him a little bit more pressure, to think about, to not get a solid kick up in the air. And a rookie knows that the fact that the win is in favor of Imperial, he has to add that additional pressure to the kicker to make sure it goes wide right. There's a block or it's short. And so it's smart play right now by Rookie Peña.
And here's the deal. The key to this play, the attempt, is going to be the snap by TJ Reese. Can the deep snapper get that ball to your quarterback, Urina?
Look who they're putting in now. It's number 71, where they're looking to put that big old paw up the middle to block the kick. And if we can take a look at that goalpost, you will see how much they're waving back and forth because the wind is blowing. But can the first-year varsity player, Lucas Mora, pull a victory with his right foot over the Central Spartans?
It's going to depend on the snap, the hold. And the snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good! 21 seconds, and Mora comes through. But not only Mora, who had the pressure on him, the snap, the hold, the kick, it's good.
The fact that he didn't have to kick a line drive type of a kick. Just lift it up and let the ball get carried by the air, and it went up through the uprights. Great kick by Mora. Handle the pressure.
Handle the pressure.
And now they went another 3 points on top of Central.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, with 3 minutes to go, Marco, Ron, it didn't look like the Imperial Tigers were going to get another shot, another opportunity. but lo and behold, Imperial Tigers stop them on inside the 30-yard line.
And that second 4th down that Centro went for, that was the game changer right there.
That was the game changer.
Now what Centro needs to do is obviously do the run game, do the passing game, whatever. Imperial's going to try to play the best defense they've played the whole entire season right here.
21 seconds remaining.
And the negative thing is that they're going against the wind right now, the Central Spartans.
Against the wind. Running against the wind.
We expected nothing less of the excitement. I did expect more points, but it doesn't matter. This game lived up to what it was billed to be.
So Mora kicks it deep. The Spartans will take over at the 20. But this game now, the outcome right now, if it ends as is, was dictated on 2 4th down and 2 plays. One was a successful play by the Spartans. The second one, not so. But here was the deal. It was a type of setup for this type of game. What team was going to come up? The Spartans did it the first time, and the Tigers did it the second time.
Well, I'll tell you what. They still got number 9 on the Central Spartans. That's
Josh Garcia.
There's
still 21 seconds remaining. You have number 2, Hernandez. He's looking right. Hernandez with time. Hernandez rolling to his right. They may get a holding play. They bring him down, but it's a completed pass to Acosta.
So with 12 seconds to go.
Really think it's going to be coming back, Will and Ron?
It might be coming back, but yeah, I mean, the thing is the clock will start because that was a completed pass. And I believe a rookie still has 1 timeout left on that. So with 12 seconds to go, you might be able to get 2 plays out of this. And the fateful Tigers across the field, Marco, all in white, are getting ready to storm the field. Is that what it looks like to you?
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. The fact that it's been a great rivalry starting since last year. A great game at Simpson Shimamoto Stadium, and now coming here to Cal Jones Field. And you know, it's been a tight game. It's been physical. It's been tight when it comes to the running game, passing game. And if they end up winning here, I won't be surprised if that happens right now.
Well, let me ask Ron. Might have the answer to this. When was the last time Imperial Tigers won at Cal Jones Field?
I don't remember. And when was the last time they've beaten the Spartans 2 years in a row? Set up the screen. Here is Garcia. Garcia! He finds his way to the 30. He's out of bounds.
Whoa,
he has 0.6 seconds.
Number 18 showing up big time there.
TJ Reed's been calling his name a lot. That's a sophomore stud out there.
Here's a game, gentlemen. This is the game. It's going to be a timeout by Rookie Pena. The last time out of the game with 0.6 seconds left on the clock.
Last year coming into the season, David Shaw and the Tigers, the motto was they were tired of being, the middling. That was a term he used, being in the middle, always being behind, looking up to Brawley and Central. Now, 2 seasons in a row, he's beaten, the Tigers have defeated the Spartans.
Well, it goes back to this young core of players, Ron, the sophomores of Santonio. It comes to Darren Wesso, and also it comes to Anthony Helm Jr.
Yes.
These kids have been playing since they were kids, and the fact that they've been Super Bowl champions at the Pop Warner level for many, many years, and now doing it at the high school level, it simply shows how much trust they have with each other.
Sure.
The program, the playbook, they know it by heart, and just to see them coming together as a family, it does mean a lot for sure.
So with 0.6 seconds remaining, we want to thank Marco Peralta for bestowing us his greatness with us. And we're not kidding. We seen this kid when he was a kid a few years ago, 5 years ago. Went to Arizona State, Sun Devil. And now look at him. So here we go, 10-7. This definitely is the last play of the game. Hernandez now with trips to his right. Hernandez now looking. He shoots it. It's complete to Morales. Morales now will do the customary thing and try to make an effort. Morales to the right side. Morales will be brought down, and the game is over. The Tigers now have defeated the Central Spartans with a 10-7 victory.
As we said, Ron, look, Imperial storming the field, but really quick the coaching staff tells them, hey, get back, show some sportsmanship, get in line. We'll celebrate as soon as we say hi and say our good games to each of the players and coaches. So great game by both teams. You got to give them credit. Coaching staff did a really, really good job. Imperial at the last minute, as we saw, set up for the field goal attempt, and now they'll play defense. And then Centro on that last play, they expected a big play out of their wide receiver, but at the 50-yard line got stopped, and it's Imperial with the victory. So congrats Imperial on this victory for sure.
So it was a game on paper coming in. You thought you were looking for big explosive plays. You thought you were going to see high scoring. But guess what? Nobody knew about this win. Mother Nature came in, and I'm going to tell you something. There was some effect to that. But give credit to both teams, Marco. They both, whatever game plan they had coming in, had to adjust to the weather as well, especially on the offensive side.
That's what makes teams great. You know, how you adjust to Mother Nature. Right. You know, for the longest time when teams from San Diego, from Northern California would come to Central, to Brawley, to Southwest, the weather factor was in favor of us, the local teams. But now, seeing that affected both local teams, how were you able to adjust into the game plans and simply seeing how Imperial, like we said, the passing game was not the strongest, but the run game was sufficient to get this win.
And that's the deal. And the thing is, Marco, we were talking about earlier, prior to you jumping on, is both teams were getting first downs. Imperial was moving the ball. And the thing is, time of possession, it's you know, you're keeping the ball away from your opponent's offense. So if they're not scoring, you're not scoring, no big deal. It balances out.
Yeah, and you have to, like we said, give credit to Imperial because of the fact that they lost all 3 timeouts midway through the fourth quarter. Like you said, Ron, it doesn't give you the chance to control the time, to control the clock, to control the possession. So Imperial did a good job playing smart defense and smart offense when needed to.
So the wrap-up is, it was a big victory for the Tigers. The Spartans, let me tell you, and I alluded to the fact of this, Marco, tonight's game was for each team, the toughest opponent each team faced. So they both met the challenge, and you know, they represented well.
It's just like last season. It was the same scenario. Like going into week 1 of IVL, it was Imperial Central, the matchup that was going to find potentially the champion of IVL last year. And I think even this year as well, Central loses the first game, Imperial stays undefeated, but it's going to make it interesting the last couple of games of the IVL season.
So now, as Marco said, down the road, somebody, Central will be hoping that somebody can knock off Imperial. Now, Marco has his, I believe, fiancée.
Yeah, my noviecita, my girlfriend, Karen.
Okay, so I think
soon.
I think she's giving the eye of let's go. So that being said, man, we want to thank Marco Peralta for being here. He is an alumni from Central Spartan. I won't put him on camera to show what colors he has, but it was a pleasure having Marco with us, and man, we want to wish you all the luck in the world. You don't need luck, man. You're there.
I'm blessed.
And you are blessed, man. And it's not blessing with the guy that worked so hard. A kid worked hard, had a podcast, and I'm very glad that he's in our lives. And thank you very much for being part of VSN. And hope we do this again.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I know you were part of the crew last year with John and Vic.
Yeah, I helped them out a little bit. There was a game I showed up for.
Yeah,
I think it was Centro as well. It's funny because like the fact that my season ends and it's the first week of IVL, it's Imperial Central.
Works out great, man.
But what I got to say is that, like I said when I first came on, I'm a Central grad. I graduated in class of 2017. But the fact that Gil Ureña, who's the lineman coach for Imperial, his son Antonio Ureña is the quarterback for Imperial. They've been such good people to me since I started my career, and they opened their home to do my podcast. And the least I could do is show some support for Antonio and Gil. But also for you guys, I got to give it credit where credit's due. The fact that you guys do a great job for VSN, being able to bring these games over to fans that are like thousands of miles away. Like me, I was struggling with traffic and the weather coming down from LA, but I was listening to the game on VSN on YouTube. So being able to experience that and see how great of a work you guys are doing with your interns, with Joaquin, with Will, yourself, and other people, Vic and John, it's something that's really needed for this valley, and you guys do a great job.
And coming from you, man, we appreciate it, and we love that, and you will always have a home here with us, man.
Thanks, Ron. Appreciate it.
And thank you very much for Marco Peralta.